Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land to the newest session of the Tal'Dorei campaign. Before we jump right into the action, as per usual, we have a few short announcements we have to make. The first of which is our Patreon. We just did a little bit of an overhaul with it as we're now going to be starting on some new projects that people are interested in. If you want to join and support what we do on the channel, please consider joining the Patreon. You don't have to be a full-fledged player if you are not able to, but you will be able to gain access to some of my random rollable tables that some of you have begun experiencing, as well as some of the projects I'm working on the side, like my augmentation system, will be available to Patreons of certain tiers. If you are interested in getting access to any of that and supporting what we do here, please consider joining that. Of course, we also set up a new sub goal this year, where if I get 100 subs by the end of the year, I will be very happy, and that will go towards me not raising the rates of all of my games for people to play in. So, you know, if anybody has that Twitch Prime, please consider throwing it on over there. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it saves the players money in the long run, if we can help that. Additionally, if you want to support what we do, but you don't have the other means to do so, please consider looking us up on any of our medias. You can follow us on our Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook page. Our YouTube is off and on interactive. We upload like 5 to 7 videos at a time, but each one's 3 hours long, so like, you know, enjoy that. And then we don't upload anything for a period of time. But if you want to follow us on everything else as well, we are trying to keep up with everything, and I am transitioning more into a, media source for the time being, as it seems to be really good for promotion and getting game slots and times filled for other people to play in. But aside from all of that, that's all I really care to go over, so Lauren, tell us what happened last session.
Yeah, we set out from Amon with a new tricked-out cart for Jimmy that Ilaran purchased in return for him moving some enchantments over. And we set out towards Western. Along the way, we met a bunch of refugees who had been evacuated by the shields situated in Senderfall Keep. And they asked us to go check out the nearby villages of the keep to make sure that everyone had gotten out safely. We agreed and headed over to the keep, where we got briefed by the commander in charge at the time. And he said there was a small village in the forest north of the keep that had not responded to any of their messages or hails for communication. So we agreed and set out for the forest and the village inside, not finding any people there. It was eerily quiet and dark, even in the middle of the night. No regular patrols from the village, and we started investigating. After opening a barn door and having a corpse fall out on us, Sir Yurik had been smart and prepared to speak with dead. And we learned that something had dragged the poor man underground, and he had killed all the village people after he himself got killed. Strange enough.
People.
So we moved over to the house he pointed out with his dead head, and noticed a small divot in the ground. Prissa started digging, and with telekinesis started lifting big rocks out of the ground, which promptly collapsed on us, where a few of us got almost buried alive in debris, and the other half managed to jump out of the way. Quick rescue mission, and we managed to meet up with most except Dorson, who was still away from us. So we started looking a bit further, where Canroth went off of himself for a little bit and noticed a girl that seemed strange. So he went to reach and touch her and was swiftly pulled down a hole and almost absorbed by an ooblex. The fight didn't last that long, thanks to some smiting, and we managed to all stay alive, and later found Dorson as well. Seeing that there probably weren't any people left alive in this place, we headed back to the keep and asked the commander-in-chief, who was now a different one, a dwarf, to send for help to purge the village of anything that might remain there. Answering the call was brain freeze. I can't remember her name for some reason.
Alora.
Alora came to our aid and set up a perimeter around the village and is going to burn it, or probably has by the time we start our session. She asked a few questions just to make sure, and it seemed we killed the eldest one, and the others were just small spawn of heads that would most likely die if not nourished. With that in order, we set out again towards Western.
So, with all of you out back on the road, traveling across the open plains of Tal'Dorei, you've all made it fairly far, and we are time jumping you all just a little bit. You've been traveling for about a day and a half, and you've noticed a distinct absence of people and of wildlife and nature. Seems things are not dwelling in this location as much as they usually would, especially considering the incredible landscape that you find yourselves in. The tall grass, the little pockets of forestation, the very common ponds and rivers flowing through this area and terrain. It's a very lush and lovely area, and yet there appears to be no other signs of life within your vicinity. It's a very awkward sensation. Now, as you are traveling through, you make it over towards a bridge. A bridge that traverses from this half of Tal'Dorei over towards the dividing plains. It is about 80 feet up from a sheer drop into a flowing river that caresses through the dividing plains itself over towards open bodies of water. As you begin approaching, you see that there are individuals hidden around the blade. And by you, I mean those of you with a passive of 18 or higher.
So Dorson and Yorick.
Yes.
Only the two of us. Right. How many did you say there were? Or?
You notice about 3 or 4. Dorson notices about 5 or 6.
They seem like humans, or what?
Humanoid. Yeah, they're cloaked, they're robed, they're hidden away in the shadows, lying flat in the grass, blending into the tall posts along the bridge. It's a solid surface bridge. It's not one of those rickety, shaking ones. It is solid stone and wood bridge. But they seem to be hiding around it with anticipation.
I'm just gonna say out loud to everyone, not start whisper or anything, just should we just take a very short rest here? I need to pee. And then I turn towards the group and I whisper, there are guys waiting for us. Ambush. These 3 people over there.
You're really quiet.
I think you can stage whisper since...
Krissa is also really quiet. Holy shit.
Sorry, I think that was because my mic was further away from my ear.
All right.
That better?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy comes out of the cart. Oh, we're stopping. Good. I gotta use the bathroom too.
Just a little bit.
So Yurik, just be careful, because remember what happened last time. Well, I guess that was because of Jimmy, though.
Yeah, yes. When you wet your armor. Yeah.
Yes, I remember.
Well, I do not mind. I was planning on making a shrine. Either way.
I got dibs on that bush.
How far away from us were these people?
The closest one to you is about 60 to 80 feet. The furthest one about 100. They're all just scattered and hidden. Some of them by the bushes over next to the bridge. I don't know if Jimmy's going towards the bush that overhangs the sheer drop or not, but...
I'm just going towards a nice-looking bush that would be enough to cover his scene.
So any bush.
Any bush.
Yeah. All right. You run over to a random bush, relieve yourself.
Should he make like a perception check to make sure it's not a bush that one of these people aren't hiding behind?
Jimmy cannot make a perception check unless Jimmy asks.
I know. I just thought it'd be funny if I have
like, negative perception. No.
Oh,
and
hi. How are you?
I just turned to my side. Are you going to the bathroom too?
Stop looking. It makes me feel awkward.
Alarn will just go by the side of the road and start making a simple shrine, but he will also look around a little bit to see if he can't see the people that Sir Yurik's on.
Roll a perception check.
And Joe, quick question. Given that it's been like with time skipping a little bit, we would have had a long rest and stuff, right?
Yes.
That was a natural 1.
Yeah. You don't see anybody. Sir Yurik might be a little... I mean, Dorzen didn't say anything, and, that's... If he doesn't see something.
Yeah, he'll just shake it off and continue putting up the shrine. Placing down some gold, some rations, and a water skin.
Jimmy's gonna shake it off, too, and then go back to the wagon.
Good. Hygiene.
Were these the guys that I saw? Were they close to each other?
They're all within 20 feet of each other.
Does it seem like obvious? Ambush is obvious.
Oh, I mean, it's not obvious. They're very well hidden, especially for anybody who would be standard highwaymen. They are hidden very well.
I've got a spell I can use since they're so close that wouldn't kill them. Also have one that can kill them. So you're relieved now, right? That's all taken care of. Because if we're doing this, we don't want you to have to hold it in.
Very funny. No, I'm just going to turn around and start walking towards the group that I saw.
Already?
And I stop about 50 feet away from. So I move 20 feet closer.
You watch as you are approaching. It's kind of like out of your peripheral. One of the ones in the bush right next to the bridge begins pulling a small rope as you are approaching. Just watching.
I stop.
Can Prissa, as when Sir Yurik starts heading that way, can she turn around the wagon and using the wagon as cover, turn invisible, and then start following Sir Yurik?
Sure, that's going to take a little bit of time to pull a wagon to the side, but yes, you can do this.
Oh no, I'm not pulling the wagon. I'm going around the wagon so I'm out of view and.
Roll a stealth check.
That'll do it.
Disappeared without a trace.
Before you even turned invisible.
I was invisible before I used the spell.
So
Right. I stop there for a moment and take a step back. And then I cast a wall of fire around the guys.
on the
Jeez.
bridge.
Oh, there! It's on the bridge.
They are next to the bridge and on the bridge, within 20 feet of each other.
How are they hiding on the bridge?
It's a solid stone and wooden bridge, so it has like a huge arm guard that goes across with divots made inside of it, so they're like sneaking and hiding within that area.
Right. Well, then I'm just going to shout out. So, are you waiting for us to just walk into your trap, or do you want to fight us in a more honest manner?
The one drops the rope. Sir Yurik, I need a dex save from you.
Of course.
A large figure comes flying down and slams into your body, Sir Yurik, knocking you backwards, and you suffer 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you go flying back prone. And all of you see there is this large boulder with these animated arms thrown around the sides, covered in large cloths that sways back and forth, that most of you are like, holy fuck, that is terrifying. Those of you with a passive of 15 or higher notice it is connected to strings and to ropes, as they are acting like it is something else.
Given that I'm closer, can I tell? And I just, because I was 10 feet behind Sir Yurik, was I able to tell that
then
it's
you need a
string
dex save
ropes?
too.
Oh, okay.
Dodging Yorick.
I am the dread pirate Roberts.
All right.
I know, that's what I was
You're
thinking
also
too.
slammed backwards, you suffer 10 points, and Sir Yurik is like stuck on top of you. Sir Yurik, you have like a thorn or like a big rock in your side or something?
No, that's just me.
You're no longer invisible. And you
Oh.
see the looming figure swaying back and forth. You must pay the troll toll.
Oh no,
How
I've heard
tall
about the
is this
troll
thing?
toll.
Oh, the figure itself appears to be about 20 feet tall in total, and it's connected to different ropes that are very fine ropes. And it's about 5 feet off the ground in total, after it swung through and got lifted up.
That's supposed to resemble something.
So, are you saying he's suspended from
Rope.
above?
Yes.
And he's, how far away from us is he right now?
Oh, he's like 10 feet away from you.
Okay, so he didn't like just swing by and go.
No, it swung outwards and slammed into you, and then it swung back and forth. You can fully tell, that that is a person in a large cloth suit standing on top of a boulder.
So, can I take one of my scimitars and aim at one of the ropes holding this thing up?
Sure, give me an attack roll using Dex.
Wait, before he does that, quick question. That boulder doesn't have to be like above me and Yurik right now, right?
It's close.
Okay.
Attack roll using Dex. $15. Roll your damage
Yay.
using Dex.
Oh, not using Dex. So it's 5. Sorry.
5. Sticks into the rope, and the guy like turns quickly, goes, oh, shit. Pay or be devoured by the troll.
Right. So how far from
they got
bridge is this guy?
What'd you say, Yurik?
How far away from the bridge is he?
He's about like 15 feet from the bridge.
Right.
And then he's up in the air, probably like another 10 feet because the boulder.
Ganneroth, is that what a troll looks like?
I cast Scorching Ray.
Oh,
Wait, on.
All right, roll to hit.
Ay.
Wait, so Yurik, maybe we can solve this?
I've already cast the spell.
I know. I'm not. I can't stop you. I was just trying to roleplay Prissa at that moment.
All right, make your 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's
They
see.
are. They really are.
Making
I doubt these are the same guys. Although if they are,
There are version of the same guys.
Yeah.
kind of. If they're even the same guys.
No, it's 100 years. It's not the same guys.
Descendants.
13 misses, the other 2 hits. Please roll your fire damage.
No, I'm talking about the same guys as last time when we were camped out and they like were banging on the tiny hut.
So that's.
Weren't those drow assassins?
No,
the
no, it was
one
after
gets
that.
turned into a 2, so it's 15 and 18, 33 total fire damage.
Whoa.
You
know can
casted
just
that
set
at
that as an attack, right?
4th level?
It's only 2d6 per scorching ray.
Shit, I was thinking.
We'll just take the
Pathfinder
first
version.
roll, and that's 4d6. So 15. As the fire incinerates through this individual, it wraps around all of the light cloths and ropes, incinerating up them as well, and dropping the boulder as it begins rolling down towards you. Sir Uric and Prissa, I need both of you to give me deck saves.
I'm assuming mine's at disadvantage because
Both
there's
of
a
you are at
large man on-
disadvantage. Because you're both prone.
Well,
and
I mean,
the
I'm
other-
slightly propping him up.
And the other 3 deck saves, Jimmy, you were taking a tinkle.
What? A deck save, huh?
No, Jimmy, you're fine. You don't have to do it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, everyone else has
Ignore
deck
mine.
save.
Ignore my roll.
Unfortunately, I also
me as well?
need heavy armor.
Yeah, all of you are in the way. Jimmy's the only one who stepped out of the way.
I stepped onto the side of the road, but yeah.
But you're on the road to be on the
Yeah, yeah.
side. He wins
How big is
private
this
P.
boulder?
It's a 5
That's
foot
true.
large, 5 foot wide boulder. It's a big boulder.
19.
Probably
for
should have
me.
asked if I could just punch
How
it
wide
away.
is the road then?
The road's about like 8, 9 feet wide. It's not that big.
Oh wow, I thought it was bigger than that.
No, it's a road.
28.
I know, but it seemed okay.
Wide for a cart.
Yeah. So, Conorath, Prissa, and Alarin all saved. Sir Uric and Dorzin, you two are the only ones that did not get fully out of the way as the boulder was rolling and crushing through. The 2 of you suffer a total of 11 bludgeoning damage before it crashes over against your cart, knocking it over to its side.
So you remember what it was told
Shut
me
up,
earlier about?
Prissa. We're being attacked, okay? There's ambushers here.
Now we need initiative.
No.
I was hoping we'd scare the shit out of them, but okay. When they realized we lived through getting crushed by a boulder.
Oh, that person you hit, by the way, did not live.
Nice.
Damn.
Oh.
I assume my scimitar fell to the ground when the ropes got burned.
Roll me a D100, actually. Let's find out.
Covered by the initiative. There it goes. Rolling so well today. These guys got
Sorry, I didn't
balls
mean to.
saying this
I
up
didn't
so
mean to
close
click
to
that.
Kamal and Western.
But hey, this is just normal bandits. They're about to shit themselves when
Oh.
Canaroth comes that way.
You're not wrong, but I mean, fireball.
Yeah, let's wait till we get to that turning around.
All right, there's all the bandits. And if you're wondering, no, we are not changing the music from this. So,
This is actually going to be a fight.
Is it?
Is it though? Really?
I mean, it'll take more than a round to kill them all.
Will it?
I mean, it depends if Prissa level 5 fireballs.
I'm not gonna fireball.
That's
May
what
you-
Jimmy and
fairly
Yurik are going to do.
Jimmy, They just knocked over your cart.
Yeah, okay, they're dead. They're dead.
Suddenly, Jimmy starts to turn green
Oh
as
my
a
god.
gamma ray experiment he did earlier
Hold on.
takes effect.
You guys
He is immune
haven't
to acid.
You guys haven't seen this. Like, there is a bead of sweat going down Jimmy's face, his eyes wide as he watches the cart, like, it's about to, and then boom, it's over. And he just panics, looks over at the bridge, starts seeing some bandits coming out of
by
nowhere.
the way, Jimmy, roll a D100.
Sure.
I presume you always have gunpowder.
Yeah, there's Jero, there's more volatile components than gunpowder in that wagon right now.
Nitroglycerin.
If that factors into your D100.
Sure, I'll raise it by 5.
92.
I can just imagine just a fadeaway, like, and back in Iman, just it's Augur hammering, then all of a sudden in the far off distance there's just a big mushroom cloud.
Luckily, no explosion.
Okay, so thankfully you were probably going low. All right.
Yeah, for stuff like that, when it's bad luck, I always go low. When it's good luck, I go high.
All right. The unfortunate thing is in that wagon is most of Jimmy's stuff because he wouldn't have taken all of his gear to go tinkle. So he's got Ouch on his back. He'll take Ouch off and tell him to activate assault protocol. So that's Jimmy's action. Ouch and Jimmy are both pretty far away. I guess I'll just kind of move a little bit closer to the group. I'll drop Ouch up here, and Ouch will turn and take a shot at the nearest bandit.
Okay, go right ahead.
So that is right there.
By the way, when the boulder fell, all of them kind of like, huh? And just looked. Yeah, that hits.
That is going to be 17 points of force damage.
You watch as Ouch charges up and shoots out a pressurized air at the creature, which then knocks him off the bridge as he goes flying down.
Yep, and that is Jimmy's turn. Yeah.
Lauren.
You might want to scatter, unless you all want to die.
Roll intimidation. Or persuasion.
Yeah, it was not meant as intimidation, so no, that's too far.
I am within 30 feet, and I do see Alarin fail. So Alarin, you may re-roll.
Oh yay! That's a 22 then.
They are starting to be very scared that a boulder did very little against your party. Sir Yurik, though.
I stand up and cast Fireball.
Yes!
There it is.
That's
Well,
Just
I
roll the
gave you
damage
one
first.
warning. You didn't take it. And
Just roll the damage.
Such
I'm
a
going to
benevolent
cast
overlord,
it.
giving a warning before he burns out the infidels.
yeah, that's
I mean,
Wait, aren't they still on the bridge?
Yes.
there's some stone in there. It'll be fine.
luckily.
Well, I mean, we
Firebolt
thought
doesn't
about that
ignite.
about the tunnels
Sir
as
Yurik,
well.
if you're
It's
wondering,
mostly
yes, you
stone.
can hit all of them. I put them within 20 feet of each other for a reason.
They're dead.
I'm not going to roll their dex save. You all watch as Sir Yurik raises his hand and a gigantic explosion expands in the radius, and as it falls, all that is left is the remains of charred armor. Ding 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 ding, all over the place. Hey, CM, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that, man.
So, cut to a bleach white skeleton.
Oh no, there's no skeletons, just armor.
I was gonna say it looks probably like Pompeii.
However, the bridge also takes 32 points of fire damage.
Oh shit.
And most of the walkway has been dutifully incinerated. However, that is initiative.
Well done. Well done.
Hey.
As I was saying earlier, Sir Yurik, maybe next time the same discussion we had with me before casting spells like that. Talk with us about it.
We need to get the cart. Oh my
Right.
god. I rush inside and I try
Doris
to collect
tries to
anything
help
that might
Jimmy
be like
push the cart upright.
Yeah,
You see-
counter. Kenner off the
Prissa,
hook.
there is a distinct difference between being in combat and not being in combat. We were being
Well, I mean,
attacked,
these-
and I
these
gave them a
look-
chance to meet, come and parlay, but they.
Well, so Yurik, I don't know if you're thinking about it, but like there was hardly any wildlife going around. Things seem to be going tough. Those may have been refugees that were forced to turn to banditry, and maybe we could have talked to them about it. And
Well,
made them
Also,
go on the
you
right
blew
path,
up the
but-
bridge.
They made their choice.
And I had a
They
solution.
could very well have preyed on other people who are far less able to defend themselves.
You destroyed the bridge.
I agree with Yurik. They shouldn't have tipped over the cart. Like, you guys have no idea how bad this could have been.
So, is the bridge actually destroyed, or is
There's
it?
a large chunk of the bridge that has been destroyed. It is stone, so it is still there, but a large chunk, like a 5, maybe almost 10-foot gap, has been incinerated.
We're not moving
into
this
a
cart
divot
across it now.
Right.
over.
Because I'm gonna. Well, I'm just thinking. Is there like a? Are fireballs in your campaign explosive, or are they just fire?
They are explosive for the amount of damage they deal.
All right.
So do you know Stone Shape?
By the way,
Hey, Gerald, can I?
My fireball is called Explosion.
Hey, Jared, can I investigate any sort of remains of the bodies to see if there's anything like personal effects or whatnot?
Okay, you can do that.
But
Roll
did
your
he get
investigation, but
incinerated?
before we do that, Dorson and Conoroth, I need athletics checks from the two of you as you are trying to upright the cart. Luckily, however, Lauren paid an absurd amount of money for that. Jimmy, as you are like looking at it, the cart seems perfectly fine. I mean, it's dented in the front, but it has a metal frame. However, between the two of you, you lift up and start pushing it, and it is incredibly heavy, but you get it in the proper upright position. Jimmy, all of the desks, all of the tables were solidly constructed into the cart itself. So other than your materials being thrown everywhere, everything is fine.
And one
Jimmy needs
thing-
to embed some belts.
We need to invest in some bolts to bolt everything down to the tables.
And Gerald, one more thing that Prissa would do while she's over there by the bridge is she'd probably try to check out the structural integrity of the bridge. Just
What
to
do
make
you
sure,
know
like,
of masonry, Krissa?
absolutely nothing.
It looks like the bridge is partially destroyed.
Okay.
But on a 22, you notice that most of this armor seems to be unreasonably shitty in make, as if it was haphazardly thrown together to keep them partially safe. In fact, some of them were wearing heavy armor despite the type of work they were in. Clearly, they were not anticipating having to deal with people like you. All of it looks to be barren and simple, and whatever is remaining of those armors that you can get to, the ones that have not fallen into the divot or fallen off into the ocean or the river down below, appears to be pretty shoddy and shitty.
Well, is there any indication of possibly who these people were other than bandits, or?
No, he incinerated everything.
All right. Well, you said heavy armor, right?
Some of it is heavy. Some of it is leathers with like studs in them. It's not full studded leather armor.
Prissa's gonna try to drag some of this heavy leather over to Jimmy because he always could use some scrap metal for his experiments.
That's a lot of bodies.
Well, there is not much left of the bodies themselves.
It's mainly just ash.
I think you went a tad bit overboard, Yorick.
Fairly standard fireball.
Well, the bridge is destroyed. Well, somewhat.
No, the bridge looks. There's
Are we-
just like that little part. I mean,
that's
it
a
can be
bit bigger
fixed.
than a little.
We are
Then-
not going to be able to pull the cart over that, are we?
Well,
What?
Prisa can make it complete for us to pass.
We'll find a way to fix it.
Okay,
Uh,
good.
Well, how much do you know about masonry, Sir Yurik?
Personally, not much.
Could we like try to force the cart over the portion of the bridge that's kind of like messed up? I'm imagining it's just not like a
So
smooth
it
incline.
is a solid rectangular fortress of a bridge that has one gap that divots outward because of the explosion in that radius. That divot still exists, but it's almost as wide as the cart is long. It may be possible, but you would have to trust that the cart can go over somebody who's strong enough to hold it up underneath and move it over. Who's
All
also
right.
small enough to be underneath and move it over.
Right. So how wide is the bridge itself? Is it like 5 feet only, or?
Oh no, the bridge itself is about 10, 15 feet wide.
Would
But that divot has exploded outward, so the cart doesn't, like, you could keep one wheel up, but if it starts tumbling, it's tumbling inwards. And that cart, because of its structural integrity and that amount of metal is in it, is way heavier than a standard cart.
would Kenneroth be strong enough and small enough to fit in there to try and help it over the bridge?
Strong enough, maybe. Small enough?
guys.
No.
I can fix it if it just going to take a little while. And I go up and start casting Stone Shape. I have it prepared.
Hey.
Alrighty. So you all watch as stones are being shifted and molded into the terrain and brought into the gaps to be able to fill up the void. You have to take stones from other locations, but luckily it's just 80 feet down. There's a bunch of them.
Well, we got a boulder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you have a whole boulder. Just roll the boulder over, shape.
He destroyeth and he may createth.
So this is what
how
royal
many
privilege
how
is.
many spells would I have to cast in order to fix it?
Give me an
so-
intelligence check, Sir Yurik.
Yeah, well, it's don't have a penalty to it at least.
Dylan will just finish his shrine while Sir Yurik finishes the
Probably-
bridge.
Probably 2.
All right.
Because you have Dorzen and Conneroth who are capable of rolling the boulder over there to put it in place.
Right.
Now, it's not a perfect fix. It is literally a stone has been moved into the void and has been smoothed out to be mostly transportable. You know, if somebody took something like a trebuchet across this, it probably would not last. But your cart is smaller, so. However, the entire endeavor, I believe, is going to take you all probably 2 to 3 hours.
So definitely enough time to finish the shrine.
Absolutely.
What if Prissa uses some of her spells to assist?
What spells would you use?
Probably to maybe help with the boulder. I don't know how much it weighs, but maybe levitate or telekinesis or something.
Moving the boulder over there is not an issue for Dorsen or Conneroth. The issue is the amount of shaping that Sir Yurik has to do. With maneuvering it there and making sure it fits properly and smoothing out the rubble underneath to make sure it fits snugly in there to fill in the gap.
D&D Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. Hey, mundane things can still fuck with high-level parties. There is a chance for a large explosion on your side.
Yeah.
By the way, that rollable table to see how large an alchemist explosion from their workshop would be may be up on the Patreon by the end of the day tomorrow.
Here. So you can know how badly you can fuck up.
Well, it ranges. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, but at least you can know what the max and minimum is.
Roll a 1. A nuke just went off.
Well, I actually have to go away now. Well, I got to cast Fireball anyway, so yeah.
You got to get your bloodthirst in.
Sir Yurik is going silent for the remainder of the game. All right.
And just before I log off, while we're having these 2 or 3 hours fixing the bridge and doing stuff, I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing once to heal those of us who got wounded.
Beautiful.
So,
7.
Yep.
Mostly healed.
that's.
But anyways, you have a good one, man.
Roll. Yep. All right. See you next time.
Take it easy.
See ya.
Blow up
luck.
some more bandits
Yeah.
again.
Yep.
Now I see what you mean by that, Jero.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens.
Hey, Prissa, you got a haircut.
1 second. I'm trying to find his character image. Can't find that. Whatever. We'll continue. Anyways, everybody. You've managed to fix the bridge that you destroyed. Took you a little longer than being anticipated. Jimmy, roll an investigation as well.
Sure. What is that? Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, that's my roll.
You managed to find all of your materials that you had knocked around, put them back in their exact locations where they need to be, and go through and make sure nothing was accidentally left behind from falling out of the cart, of course.
Okay, that's 582 components. All right, we're good. Guys, we can move now.
Yes. So it appears.
So, you all gather yourselves up and continue on your merry way. Now, as you are moving through, crossing over the bridge, you do see off in the distance there is a plume of natural wood-based fire. You can tell because of the coloration of it. I just forget what it is. Is it black smoke or white smoke? I can't remember.
White
Depends
is
if it's
wood. I
lit or
think.
not.
White is wood?
I think white is wood.
White is wood. Alright, then it's a white smoke off in the distance. Fairly large fire as well. Where there appears to be some type of wooden fort made out of large pikes in the ground. Not too terribly far from where you are. And you watch as people are looking over at you with a spyglass, just kind of like observing the location and just watching as you pass on by.
Is this something only Dorzen notices, or all of us notice?
All of you would notice. It's not very well hidden. It's in an
Krissa-
open plains.
Krissa would wave towards it, but quick thing, would Prissa know about this fort? Like, what if it was is it recent?
That fort?
Yeah.
Have you ever been out in the Dividing Plains?
She was born in Gnome Town, so at some point she would have had to travel across it to get to Emon.
Okay, roll me a history.
By the way, I know we did a little time skip. Alarin's enchantment should be done by this point, right? We said like 2 days. That was back when we were in Cinderfall.
The end of today, it should be done.
Okay.
Or actually early tomorrow morning because you just lost a few hours.
Yeah. I
before.
finish things in the morning typically,
Yeah.
so.
Okay. 10. Not that you can recall, Prissa. You're not sure, just you can't recall.
Was the fort there when Alarn, Dorson, and Yorick traveled over to the east side?
Roll me a history.
Nope, I can't remember.
Nope, you can't.
Should we go see what that fort's all about, or just make sure they're all right, or let them know that there were bandits at the bridge previously?
I think they're fine.
Okay.
Well, perhaps now we've come this far. Would you like to check the compass again, Dorson?
Channel divinity.
Shink. It starts rotating and then starts pointing southeast.
And the fort is to the south of us?
Southeast. Away from the whatever that fire is.
That's a little bit northeast, or north of where you are walking.
And the fort is to the south?
No, the fort is to the north. The direction the compass is pointing is southeast.
Okay.
Where you all are crossing over that bridge, you're close to Kemal. Not terribly far away from it, but you said you were heading towards Western, correct?
Yes.
Guess we make a decision here is whether we go to Western or Kaimal or just follow the compass.
Well, Western should not be far away at this point. If you wanted to meet up with the Dragonborn friend.
Yeah, that's right. Tessa's in Western. We can see her again. Now, I'd love to see how she's doing.
Well, either way, we need to go further east. And Western is not terribly far north.
And can Prissa pull? Oh no, that probably was burned or melted. I was gonna say she pulls out that not wild map, the Tal'Dorei map she had, but if she was carrying it, it probably fell in the acid that one time.
Yeah. The mundane things were destroyed very quickly.
How far away is this fort to the north, roughly?
Visually, with your perception, or passive, maybe 5 minutes travel? 10 minutes travel at most?
You could probably stop on the way, make sure the fire doesn't burn everything else to the ground.
Well, as long as Soyuric doesn't set everything on fire again.
Alright, fine. I won't burn anything unless somebody asks me to.
Thank you.
Until the player gets back.
That's fair.
But if the bandits are in the forest, then it's fair game.
Some owl just says, "Your family shit." What?
And some owl comes up and asks how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
Jimmy would probably try to find out.
Jimmy would invent a freaking tongue thing he'd crank. Find out.
Nah, that would be automated. But anyways,
Yeah, water powered.
what are y'all doing?
We can
I
go
think-
to the Burning Fort, Western, or head south.
I think we should keep heading east towards Western.
Well, if it doesn't hurt to maybe pay a short visit to that fort. Maybe they have information about Western or about the centaurs we're looking for in the plain.
Well, you said we are on a time limit.
Yes, and it doesn't seem like it'll take much time to just go ask them.
I'm still busy working.
Yes, thank you for that, Jimmy.
Jimmy doesn't care where the hell we go.
Well, no one else has any other suggestions. Perhaps we just follow the compass.
So we literally have 3 different suggestions. We have follow the compass, go to Western, go to the fort. So somebody
the
needs
fort's-
to. There's 4 of you, so who's the tiebreaker?
Everyone make one vote. Brissa,
I think we should at least check by the fort for.
Conora,
Okay, Prissa Fort.
Keep heading east until the compass says to go south.
Dorzen,
I want to check out the fort.
Alright,
we're
fort.
going to the fort.
It's the fort.
Fort it
Sorry,
is.
Lauren, your vote didn't matter.
Yeah, it's okay.
Welcome to
America.
America.
Also, Canada, the compass is already pointing south.
Well, it's
By the way, I'm just
southeast.
joking about
Southeast,
that. Everybody
yeah.
needs to vote. But anyways,
Yeah, and he said it would only take like 5-10 minutes to get to the fort. So, I mean,
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
can do the fourth and then go for the compass.
Then to Western, because we wanted to buy more things that Jerome needs to make a table for.
No.
Like healing potions.
We have healing potions, by the way. They are in our inventory.
Never have too many.
I don't know exactly how many.
I
we have.
believe that is actually false as a statement. There is a point where you have too many healing potions, and that is when you do not have enough bonus actions within a combat round to drink them all.
Yeah.
I got 6 basics.
Jeez, I have one.
There's 3 basics in the party loot.
I have 3 potions.
Okay, so we're heading north to the fort.
Yep.
Fantastic. You all pull off the road, and Jimmy, it's becoming a bit more shaky, and for the first time in this journey, you're noticing like a shaking sensation in the cart. The rest of it has been almost full smooth sailing, but this doesn't mean you can't work, it's just becoming a bit more tedious. As you are heading over there, you do hear a loud bell being rung as all of you are approaching, and immediately you notice the wall fills up with about 15 to 20 people holding up light crossbows and heavy crossbows, aiming down at your party. And just for the sake of all of the fireball players in the group, yes, most of them are within 20 feet of each other on a wooden fort. And you notice an individual is stepping out from behind a wall at the fort and is currently riding towards you all on top of a donkey.
Is that a donkey?
Oh god, it's
Yes.
Yankee Doodle.
And it'll be said he will ride in on an ass.
This individual comes over towards you and looks up, and he's wearing, well, what looks to be Shield's garb. People who are the military over in Western and this territory as a whole. And he looks up with a very scruffy looking beard underneath the helmet and goes, "Hey, who the hell are you?"
We're travelers. We came to make sure everything was all right. We saw the fire of wood burning, and we were...
Yeah, we're burning wood. Keep warm.
What's the temperature, Jero?
It's a little chilly.
Jimmy pokes his head out. Is this Western?
No, I don't. This isn't Western. It's,
What the hell y'all want with Western?
We were thinking about visiting. Is everything all right there?
Well, dearie, visiting hours at Western are currently turned off. They're no longer taking people inside the walls.
So they've got the whole city on lockdown?
Yeah. No outsiders are allowed in anymore.
Oh man, that sounds about as bad as when that beer plague went across Tal'Dorei.
Ah. Sure. But I tell you what, if all of you need sanctuary for whatever's coming across, we'll just take a small fee, but you're allowed inside our fort, no problem.
Can I make an insight check to see if this guy's actually a member of the Shields?
Sure. Honorath, you've never interacted with a shield outside of Cinderfall Keep, and this individual does not have the nicely clean-shaven face that is expected of all military members.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think Dorzen's ever met a shield living on the coast.
You were in the Cinderfall Keep, so you met shields.
Oh.
You were literally inside of their keep.
Sorry. Can I also insight?
Sure.
Captain Studious was
Can I
Also-
give guidance to
Yes.
myself?
Sure.
Also, didn't they work with shields maybe during their time skip because they were taking on the Myriad? Or
Yeah,
That's a
he doesn't act
27.
anything. He's definitely not a shield. Definitely not a shield.
Oh, I see what's happened now. I just I try to signal Alarin because he's probably the one who'd pick up on this the most. Like,
A passive insight of 14. So it's close to what Canaroth got.
Well, you have to roll insight. That's not something we passively use.
Oh, okay. Then would roll as well. Yep.
You get the same thing
something's
as in. Conroth. But
The
yeah, if
doors
you
and
all
walk-
need sanctuary, you're more than welcome in. Just takes a little bit of a fee, maintenance and all that.
Dorson walks up to this shield on the donkey.
And your horse body dwarves the donkey.
Very interesting that this fort is so close to Cinderfall, isn't it?
Where the hell's Cinderfall?
I'm attacking him with Pyramaw in the head.
Oh shit, and Prissa's like right there, so she's like, Dawson, what are you? And then
Alright, roll to hit.
Doesn't know where the frick Cinderfall Keep is, one of the main bases of this organization. that's a hell of... Dorson already knows that he's not. Dang! Fit 14.
14 misses full plate mail. However, as soon as you do that, Dorzin, there are 29 arrows falling down towards you. From the fort back there. 3 of them missed, 2 of them crit.
I'm immune to crits.
Good.
Yeah.
So
That's
3
that's
of them
still-
missed, so 26.
Still a lot of arrows, man.
You know what? Here, let me
I
just...
got a lot of health.
Prissa's on Dorzin's back. Would she take some of those?
Not with the saddle.
They're all aimed at him.
Okay.
I was gonna try and talk this out.
I was hoping to as well.
I am
and
not dead.
However, that is also plus... What's
Dexterity
26
modifiers.
times...
Yeah.
Yeah, what's 26 times 2? That's 52?
50.
Yeah.
Okay, plus 52.
Well, you're still not dead. You need twice your amount of current hit points and max
You're
hit
just
points to-
unconscious. However, now we need some initiative rolled up, everybody. You know,
Just
sometimes
had-
you don't need to swing at the person who's talking to you.
No, I've been good
Wow.
trying to stop that so far.
I feel like everyone seems to have itchy fingers to kill something for some reason.
Jimmy has full cover inside of the wagon.
How the heck did you get a 19 natural 1?
Because I have advantage. Haha.
Hey. Okay. Do I still roll for initiative for death saves, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good thing I
okay,
gave
look at
Krista
that.
those potions.
Wait. Alarian, did you actually roll the natural 1?
Yeah, I rolled a 1 and a 15.
Because he
Oh,
has
okay.
advantage on his rolls.
Alright. I
Yeah.
don't want to use my reaction for an initiative roll.
But hey, guys, they have to reload next turn. You're welcome.
No, they don't.
Crossbows.
Yeah, that's a bonus action to reload, buddy.
Yep.
Not
can only
even
shoot
a
Oh, they
once
bonus
have
per
the
action.
round.
feet?
No, it's for them. It is a bonus action to reload.
Oh,
I always heard it was you need the feet to do that.
No,
No,
that's
no,
if
the
you're
feet-
shooting multiple times in a round. That was just
Yeah.
a volley of 29 people shooting at you.
Yeah.
They only have 1 attack per round. They're not that impressive, but
It's a lot.
however, wait, the
All right, this one was my bad.
Yeah, it was.
It's all good.
Yeah.
We're alive still. Let's just figure it out.
Hey, Joe, as a reaction, after falling off in an unconscious Dorzin, can she turn to Sir Yurik and shout, Sir Yurik, now's the time.
sure.
Don't
Why
forget to
was
roll
it
this.
52?
Because
52.
dexterity bonus.
Dexterity mod of 2 times 20.
Jeez.
You just had to attack with 30 archers on the
We'll
wall.
have time for I told you so's later. Let's go.
To be fair, I had no idea there was 30 people on the wall.
You
Alright,
said there
so-
was almost 30.
Yeah.
You need to listen to
missed
what
that.
the DM says.
I missed that.
And I remember the part where he said they have crossbows trained on you.
Yeah.
So I was...
Yeah, I was. I thought you were gonna intimidate them, but nope. This is a big ol' swing of the hammer.
It's alright.
I would have killed if I hit, unfortunately. Probably.
Oh, you would have killed
Maybe.
it. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe.
Oh, if these are all mundane,
Would have I gotten my second attack off before dying?
No. They held their action the moment somebody did something wrong. Oh wait,
See,
they're not
hey.
actual archers.
The
Sorry.
only time something like that is acceptable is if you have a barbarian raging who can take all of it.
Oh no,
Yeah,
Dorzen's
yeah.
part fighter, so he thinks he's a barbarian somewhat.
Usually good AC too.
Dorzen's got a good AC, I think.
I do.
All right, this is actually going to take me a minute to set up, everybody.
So Dorzen's like right here, right?
You're like 10 feet in front of your allies.
Okay.
Yeah, no, and Prissa was on your back, so she's also
Yeah.
right there.
And you're all still like a good 80, 90 feet away from the wall.
Okay,
Lauren,
that's
give me
fireball
15 more hours and I'll have that enchantment done.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. You're working on the enchantment.
Yeah, so you don't have your weapon right now. He actively is working on your enchantment.
Yeah.
I'm sure you
then
have a weapon, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I have daggers, but I would not have gotten the advantage on the
What am I doing?
initiative roll.
If you're able to get to Dorzen, I have a scimitar that doesn't need attunement and a longsword.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
I-
Prissa's
I-
got you. She'll use those scimitars and kill everything.
I got daggers as well, so I'm fine.
Bandit Hoard archers, yeah.
It's easier to group them in as a horde.
Hoard.
Well, I mean,
Dwarven
I have
archers.
I have a horde mechanic. It makes it a lot easier for group initiatives like this.
Oh my god, giants.
My AC is a bit worse.
And it also makes sure that these things are still threats even though you're this high of a level. Okay. First on the initiative is the Bandit Horde Archers, which are all going to release their arrows in a undesignated volley inside of this area. Each horde has a 20-foot radius that they shoot into. So the first radius, actually no, all of them are going to be not at the captain. So that's going to be 3 dex saves from everybody that is not Prissa and Dorzen.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
do I have cover?
You
Full cover?
have 3/4 cover because there's still a canopy that can be pierced through.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So,
didn't go for the
Lauren,
hard
you
top.
got me a shitty cart.
No, I thought I went for the hard top.
It's all good.
It's not immune to piercing damage is the issue. 3/4 cover is pretty good though.
Okay, so deck save.
Yeah.
3 decks.
3.
3 dex saves.
Yurik and Kanroth have a +4.
Okay.
And Jimmy as well, actually.
Yeah, all of you are in the aura. Oh yeah. So,
So,
I
21,
don't know how cover helps with the deck save.
18.
I'll give you advantage. How about that?
Alright. Let me
Make it easier.
So
So-
the first 3, second 3.
Sir Yurik.
Oh, Alarn, you need 2 more saves.
Oh, I need 2 more saves. Aha.
Sir Yurik saved against 1.
My lowest was an 18.
You saved against all 3.
My
13
lowest
for-
was 16.
You saved against all 3.
My
Alarm?
lowest was a 13.
That one was a
the-
fail. What was the other ones?
The others were 20 and above.
Okay, yeah. You have 1 fail across your entire party, guys. Be happy. I'm just going to roll the damage for the one that is a fail for one of you separately, and then the damage for the other 2 together. So
8.
each horde is 10, 10, 9. We'll go with the 9 was going to be a success, so one of the 10s is a fail. Okay. 31 points of damage in the volley of attacks. No modifiers added to this one since it is just a volley. Half for you, Alarin. Or no, full for you, Alarin. Everyone else is half.
So that's 16.
Yep. The second volley that comes through, and all of this is piercing in case anybody has resistances or shit like that. Rolling the dice. 30, half to 15 for all of you. And this one is only going to be 9d6 since this Hoard only has 9 in them. 16 again.
I'm sorry.
56.
I'm
and
fine.
16 again. Yeah, I'm alright. So I'm taking like shields and stuff aren't gonna play into these volleys.
A shield adds to your armor class, but there's still always the chance it'll hit you. Unless you can put yourself under something that is a solid metal object.
Like a cart.
Yes. Alarin, your go. The bandit captain looks after hearing Priscus shout out, and he stares at you and goes, "We're not gonna let you kill these people that easily."
Well, you don't kill us then, although I need to talk with my friend here once he wakes up.
So what would you do, Alarin?
That is a damn good question. First off, 9 lives would have poofed from that, and gone back to the celestial planes.
Sir Yurik is going to spend his turn reviving his horse, by the way. Not revivifying, just bringing it back.
Is there any place that seems like it would grant full cover?
Underneath the cart.
Underneath the cart.
The cart has a solid metal base underneath it and surrounding the walls. The top canopy has to be more flexible, so. Which, by the way, all of the horses that were carrying the cart are now
dead. Yeah. Dead or dying?
They're
Dead.
not war horses. They're dead. They were out on the first round.
Don't worry, we got Dorzen.
Yeah, and I can get
Do you?
9 lives back.
We don't have Dorzen.
Well, he's still with us. Well, that is shitty. And the fort is like 80 feet away.
And you have your backup weapon.
Yeah. Which are daggers.
So what are you doing? Or are you not doing anything?
I wish I had a fireball at this point. No, I'm running up to the captain. And let's see, that is... and I am going to... just lay on hands for 50 points into Dorson.
50 is what you said.
50, yes.
Dorzen, as you are lulling to sleep quietly, you wake up and you feel hurt, but not dead.
He's a porcupine now.
Yeah. You look at your body and you are littered with arrows.
Yeah.
Shit.
And bonus action, I'm going to just raise my arm with a holy symbol and mutter a quick prayer to use the holy symbol to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Bonus action, cool. Alrighty. Lauren's turn is over.
And I'll also draw a dagger.
Conrad, your turn.
5, 10. And then standing right in front of this captain, put a wolf out.
Ready?
And he's going down.
Alrighty.
I'll move so I'm flanking with Dorzen.
Dorzen is
prone,
currently
he can't.
not threatening it.
Alright, I'll flank with Alarin.
Cool, you give the captain half cover. Great.
You think that? But I now have advantage because I'm flanking.
Yep.
Yo.
Yeah, you hit. Wait, why do you get that extra +2 to hit?
Feral Might.
Cool. 10 slashing. You cut deeply. Ooh, that was a bad roll for you, wasn't? Yeah, that was a 1. You cut deeply into this individual from the back as he's currently spinning around, and from that one attack, he shouts out, "Get the traps!"
And second one.
Yeah, that hits. For 14 slashing. Ooh, that hurt him. That hurt him. He's a lot tougher than the other goons that you guys fought, though. All done?
I also get points of regen.
Cool, cool, cool.
And yeah, that is all I can do for now.
Alrighty. Field traps are going to start going off. I need a dex save from Ilarin, Prissa, Dorzin, Conaroth, and Sir Uric. Jimmy and Ouch have cover. As from the sides of this plane, you watch as arrows and bows lift up with dirt patches on top and begin releasing at all of you from the sides. The side cover from the cart keeps you perfectly safe, Jimmy. Yes, Sir Uric is saving his horse.
Are these mundane arrows?
Yes, they are.
Then I
Confirmed, so
get
I'm pretty
half.
sure I fail this.
Yes, you failed this automatically. Or no, you just have disadvantage. You can still save, just disadvantage.
Range attacks have disadvantage on you.
Hold on, Dorzin is prone. Would he even be hit by this?
Mechanics
It is made so it can hit small creatures. So I would say he can still get hit, but you have, you're not dodging out of the way with your body as easily.
We do get that +4 thanks to Ilarin.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yes,
And I get quarter damage because if I save and they're mundane.
correct.
So 1 dex save or 3?
Just one.
No.
7.
Alrighty. Did Sir Uric roll?
Or
Yeah,
plus
15.
4.
So 11. Dorzin failed. Conaroth, you saved. Dorzin failed. Cool. It's nowhere near as bad this round. This is going to be... Oh, that's... Okay. 8 points of piercing damage in total. Dorzin,
Reduced
you
to
take the
half?
full 8. Everyone else takes half. Conaroth, you take 2. Oh wait, the volley of attacks. How much damage was that in total? Sir Uric was in that as well.
That was
After the halves, because he saved.
16, 15, and 16.
So 32, 47.
Yep.
4. Okay. Cool. That was all of them. Sir Uric is going to cast... Does Sir Uric have any AoE healing right now?
I think he only has, Prayer of Healing for sure.
Is
but
10 minutes.
I know.
Mask Your Wounds, maybe? He's at the right level, at least. I think he has it.
He does have Mask Cure Wounds.
Question is if he has it prepared.
God damn, why does he have it toggled like that? That's so annoying. Okay, whatever.
3d8 plus 3, I think.
4.
Plus... Oh, yes, 18.
So 17 points of healing to all of you. Including his horse. And that is going to be Sir Uric's turn. The Outpost Lord is going to spin around towards you, Conaroth, and just growl, or ooh. He's going to bonus action disengage.
I have Sentinel, but I'm prone.
So you have disadvantage on your attack.
Right.
Come on.
Come on.
He turns around, sees a werewolf, like, fuck this. Oh, yes.
23 will hit. So he doesn't move anywhere. Roll your damage.
15 total.
1, 4. Okay, so as you trip him up as he's trying to dodge out of the way, he lands fairly well on his feet and just begins growling out at all of you. We're not going to let you kill all those people. And then he's going to go and stab towards you, Conoroth.
Wait a minute. What did you just say?
He said
That
same
is
thing he did
going to
last
be a 19 to hit, Conoroth.
19 will hit.
Okay, cool. Unfortunately, he does not... Okay, yeah, okay. Okay. That is going to be 9 points of piercing damage. His weapon is magical. And then for his second attack, 14, which I assume misses.
Misses.
Okay. Jimmy. Cannot hear you.
Because it was killing flies, sorry. Jimmy is panicking, seeing all the arrows like peeking out of the wagon on the ground. He jumps out of the back of the cart and pulls out from his side a little flint, loads it into his gun, and fires it right here next to Prissa, I guess. What, ping? Yeah. Right here next to Prissa, and when it hits the ground, it kind of erupts with a little spark of fire, and you see this line of fire start drawing around Prissa, Dorzen, Canaroth, making like this U shape. And it erupts with fire for a second, and then sucks back into the ground, and you guys just see this huge wall of wind that is going to erupt. And this is Windwall.
That is really good right now.
So strength save against for the pirate captain only?
No, nobody. Sorry, I clicked on it and I thought it was going to link Windwall, and what it does, it
You
did
have
not.
to have that toggled, yeah.
Yeah. Essentially, it is
Projectiles can't go through.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's in a U shape around Prissa, Lauren, Canaroth, everybody, and then
So-
Jimmy is going to get under the cart itself.
Okay. Dorzen's go. You heard what he said.
Wait, what?
I
You're
want to
bandits.
use my 4 words. Please stop fighting.
That was only 3. But you still have 1.
Yeah, that's
You still have
I-
1 in case you want to use it later.
yeah.
You know, a well-placed fuck is always worthwhile. Dorzen, what would you like to do?
I would like to say, wait a minute, you're bandits. Why do you care if I can?
We're not the bandits, you are.
Fucking damn it, I put my hammer down. Everybody stop fighting, I fucked up.
Yes, Dorzen, I was kind of wondering, why did you suddenly
Because
attack
he's
him?
not a shield.
What do you mean? He's wearing their uniform.
Are you all okay if I end initiative now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jimmy
I noticed-
launches a fire. No.
Notice that as well.
100% my bad.
There is
You
another
must
volley of arrows that shoot out against you, but does nothing.
Damn right.
Please tell your men to back off. We are not bandits. We are
I'll tell
Vox
them to
Machina.
fucking back off when I... Vox Machina?
Yes, we.
Prove it.
So, Alan
we're
will just drop his
technically
dagger
shits.
and pull out his papers and hand it over to him. Here you go. I am
I think
terribly sorry for my trigger-happy friend.
I think he was just misunderstanding something.
He
He's
tosses the papers back at you, Alarin. That doesn't show me nothing. We don't fucking like you people around here. You're not helping out.
Sorry.
Yes, I'm very sorry.
Look,
Why
we
did you have
just-
to attack him? I was about to ask why he was impersonating a shield.
He's not a shield. We just dealt with that whole bandit situation at the bridge.
Well,
I
fuck,
thought
most
this
of the
was-
people... Wait, you met Gary and the guys?
Hey, we helped him out, clearing out the village in the forest.
What?
Sadly, we were too late.
He's talking about the effers
No.
at the bridge.
Yeah, Lauren, he's talking about the bridge people.
Oh,
Wait.
Yeah, the ones that had a giant boulder and a stupid thing trying to start
Yeah,
the
Gary's a
cold.
stupid fucker, but he took some type of acting classes. He thought he could do some stage design.
Hey, remember when Prissa said, "Hey, maybe they're not who they think we are."
Hey.
But we don't exactly trust the fucking Vox Machina like that anymore. Dorzen, you pick up that he's tapping on his side in Thieves' Camp.
I
You
really
don't
wish I
understand
knew
what he's saying, but you understand that he's trying to communicate in that regard.
We're
Well-
really sorry. So Yurik, can you come over here and heal him? This has been a big misunderstanding.
He's
I mean,
glaring this man down. You
So
almost
Yurik?
killed my horse.
Well, let us say it like this. We will have Yorick over there heal you of your injuries, and we will be on our way.
I'm not healing him.
So Yurik,
Fine then, I will. I cast Cure Wounds on him.
The moment you start touching him, he's like parrying your arm away, just knocking it aside.
How about we just go our way then? Leave you to
Yeah.
yours, and we will take our business elsewhere.
so
Yeah.
if
That's probably best. We don't like your kind around here anyways. We take care of our own.
that's
Yes.
that's I think that's fair at this point. I'm really sorry for my friends.
Wait, so are they bandits or not bandits?
We're not
They are
fucking
understand.
bandits.
Well,
You look like bandits.
What? I look like a shield.
No, you
Yeah,
don't.
He
well-
really does.
you should probably shave your face if you want to impersonate a shield.
I got a baby face. I can't do that. That's just...
Never seen a guard with like all this going on.
Yes, shields have their custom of clean-shaven faces. But here, it
Listen,
is
that's
not
just
much.
to make the people feel better. They need to think that the fucking country still cares about them a little bit, alright?
I understand. Yeah,
If I might
If-
ask, are you? So I'm assuming you're just people that weren't able to get inside West Run.
Yeah. Roll insight on that, Dorzen. Okay. You can't sense anything about what he stated. Yeah. None of them could get inside, so we set up our own place out here.
I'll de-wolf at this point.
well,
You do have 3 rounds of healing, by the way, Conrad.
well, before we head off on our way, are you in need of food, water? I could help out before we leave.
You got any to spare?
I can make some, yes.
Yeah,
It
we'll
will only...
take that as tax for our arrows.
Yes, and I will, of course, also give you some gold. For any supplies I will not be able to apply for. Could you bring some empty barrels outside? I will need them for the water.
He stands up and whistles loudly and spins his hand, and a moment later somebody comes out with a large wagon. This looks like a generic commoner of this field, probably a farmer of some kind.
Quick, so we haven't even introduced myself. I'm Prissa. What may I get your name?
Shally.
Nice to meet you, Shally.
My name is Ilaren. Again, I am terribly sorry for our aggressive friend. I will say, I will need to
Don't
cast.
apologize to me. He's the one who got knocked the fuck out.
Fair point. You got your revenge on that. Well, the food will only last for about 24 hours. It will not taste much, but it is good food.
So you're casting create food and water?
Yeah.
All right.
Filling the barrels, and
How much does that actually create?
it creates 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water.
That's a lot.
All right, so you fill the crates and barrels with generic, dull, but filling food that can serve its purpose, and kind of just like looks at all of that and goes, you know, we could use someone like you at the outpost. We haven't been able to keep up with the demand for the amount of people we're taking in.
Well,
How many
do you-
people are you taking in?
We're roughly around 350.
well,
Westgate shut off the gates. They can't let anybody else in.
You guys
So-
wouldn't happen to have some horses we could take?
We got
Oh,
donkeys and...
Speaking of horses,
Ooh, I like
the
donkeys.
ones that you she turns to the horses that they killed. If you want some meat, I mean,
Yeah, we'll take that too. It's fine. Still eats.
yes, and the horse meat will keep longer than the food I can create. Still,
Roll
with that amount of
persuasion,
people.
Alarin. You gain the benefits of your special ability.
Uh,
The benefit of your worship. So you have advantage.
16.
We can hook you up with 3 donkeys. Just... The little one comes with us. Or the cat comes with us. You all stay out here.
we need his help, but I mean, do you mean you want him just
No, we
for-
need him to get the donkeys and bring them back out.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine.
Yes. And I filled up the cart with only one cast, correct?
Yeah. That filled everything. Yeah.
Can I
I can make
also-
some more food and water once I am inside as well.
What were you saying, Conoroth?
can I also attempt to go in using my background feature,
What background feature?
rustic hospitality?
You were very hostile towards them, so no.
Yeah, fair.
Rustic
Before-
hospitality ends when you try killing one of them.
Before
if
Alarin
it's-
goes in, I'm just gonna go up to him and like whisper.
Hey,
"Keep your
Jero."
eyes Open. He was speaking in the thieves' cant.
Can I disconnect one of the arrow devices and bring it over to him? And I just want to ask, who built this?
Oh, that was one of the guys in the back, some creepy white-haired looking boy. I didn't want to share his name.
I mean, it's pretty neat.
Give me roll history.
Oh gosh, it's doing that thing. 10. I am gonna flash genius because why not? So 14.
14. Stupid white-haired boy. There's only a few people that you know of with white hair and who have the ingenuity to set up something like this. They would belong to the Dorolo family.
Oh yeah.
And a white-haired boy could be one of their 6 kids.
Sure.
Well,
well-
one of their 4. 2 of them were girls.
They said they were only taking the cat person, but I'll just be like, I mean, it's pretty nice, but I mean, it only shoots a single bolt. You guys should really look into, maybe getting multiple at different angles. It'll definitely like cut down on the miss ratio. It's just kind of,
I mean, but that
it's a
would
good
also
first
use up-
step.
That would use up more ammunition, which they would need. But may I? Would it be okay if I came inside as well? Because I was.
No, we don't want any of you
This-
coming in.
Oh yes, all right.
Yes, don't worry. I will be fine. I will just bring the donkeys out, and with my steed and Yorick's steed, we could probably do with only one as well.
They didn't seem to mind I took apart one trap, so I'm gonna go take apart a few more and take them back to the wagon.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, roll a stealth check to see if they notice you or not.
I'm not trying to be stealthy.
I know
so
you're not, but you
okay.
you are unnoticeable at a
Sure,
distance
sure.
of 80 feet.
Yeah, that's fine. There we go. 9.
Yeah, that tracks.
As you're walking back with Alarin, hey, stop messing with those. We
But
need them.
All right, I'll just take this one, and I walk back to the wagon.
Well, I can summon a steed of my own, and Sir Yorick Source is still living.
Listen,
could
we
probably-
have plenty of donkeys. We don't need all of them. We had a man who was a frickin' donkey farmer come through here with his entire herd. Honestly, you taking a few of them off our hand might be easier than us having to feed them. He's very adamant about not eating his donkeys. And it's so hard to
Very
say
well.
donkey, not like Shrek.
Donkey!
Donkey.
Well, at the very least, I will make some more food and water for you when I am inside.
We'll take anything you got.
Hmm.
Now, as you walk into this little encampment, the music does have to change.
Aw.
As it is sad time. Not full sad. There we go. You step through the encampment, Alarin, and you notice at the door they do have large traps set up in place to handle any type of creature that would presumably come through. And in all honesty, like, this is fairly well fortified with the amount of people they have. They have a regiment of guards up on top, and although he was wearing the shield's armor, they're wearing a much darker tone of armor. Some of them are orcs, some of them are Goliaths, a lot of them are dwarves, a lot of them are elven, handful of halflings, no gnomes. And as you're looking through, you also notice the 16 to 20 tiny little, well, not tiny, large tents set up inside of here as makeshift homes, and a handful of wooden buildings being constructed, and one stone building that was constructed. And as he begins walking through, you notice the manner of different individuals who are stuck inside. There's a few hundred people, and you quickly realize, all of which are commoners and normal everyday folks, some of which are farmers. Most of them look from different walks of life, where they're currently, but they've currently found themselves in this location. It's a very, I don't want to say dirty, but unkept environment that they are inside of. It's been made to the best of their ability to have a working system and community for these individuals, and they are starting to set up temporary homes for themselves inside of it. A handful of them are looking around very curiously and very odd at you walking through here, and you do notice a handful of the wallsmen have repositioned themselves directly at you. You currently have 12 arrows aimed at you. As you're walking through.
Elon would have quite visibly dropped all his 4 daggers before he entered.
Okay. As you're walking through, yeah, they say they can't fit anybody else in, but, you know, they don't want to take away from the niceties of those people, so we've set ourselves up here. We got a nice little commune working together, you know. People have different skills, but we don't have access to nearly the amount of goods as we typically need. The bamboo wood forest, it's not going so well for us to track and hunt. The animals seem to be all leaving the area.
Yes.
Nuisance.
Yeah. I am sorry to hear. It seems to be an effect of dark powers rising in the west.
Yeah, that's what we heard, but you know what? Voxmarken is supposed to protect us when this shit happens. So far, they haven't given a shit about the people in this encampment.
Well, allow me to be Voxmarken's representative in this. The main members are busy keeping hordes of nasty things.
We don't expect any of the big four to show up here. That would be ridiculous. But they're supposed to have an organization. We've been paying taxes, and that organization's supposed to be helping people. What the fuck's the taxes for?
I will tell you this. I will send word back to them to send aid to you. I am not sure how long it will take, but I will promise you, they will come. I will tell them to bring food, water, armor and weapons, ammunitions, anything you would need.
Yeah. Alright, well, we'll see when it happens, but for the time being, we're alright with you. Just next time you come through here, have your horseman not swing his fiery hammer at my head. Shit hurt.
Yes, I was about to speak up when he did that. I am terribly sorry. For now, at least the food I will make will not go to waste, as you have plenty of mouths to feed.
Right, yeah. Hey, Doris, start taking tabs of what we got, handing out to everybody. Take a handful of the hands that you can from anybody who's not currently doing something important. Divvy it out to everybody. Everything in the cart needs to be gone in 24 hours or else it's gone. The horses need to be treated, take it over to the butcher, see if they can handle them properly.
Well, only the food will go away. The water is good for as long as you have it.
Right, good to know.
I can make more water as well, if you have more empty barrels.
Yeah, we'll gather up whatever we can. Zenda. An individual looks over. Hey, I made a trade. 3 of your donkeys for their dead horses and everything else we can eat. That seems preposterous. My donkeys are of the highest caliber and breed that you can find this side of freaking Crabhammer.
Would 150 gold be enough?
Yeah.
I'll give him 150 gold.
You pay him, and he takes you over, and he shows you an array of about 19 donkeys that he has, and starts talking them up, how lavish they are, how beautiful in the texture and make, and the different breeding processes done over the numerous generations. And they're donkeys. Some of them look more healthy than others.
I know Alarn's being kind, but 8 gold for a donkey, just so you know.
Oh, I know. He offered.
Yeah, I know as well that donkeys are cheap, but...
You could have gotten away with saying, 30, and he would have been just as ecstatic.
Yeah, but at this point, Alarn has more than he needs, and these people need a lot, even if it's...
See, he follows his god right.
He follows his god, that's the mistake.
Well, do you have any farmlands, by the way?
Farmhands?
Farmlands.
Farmlands. Westman controls all of them right now, and they're guarded directly by the shields.
I see. I will swing by Western. If nothing else, perhaps they could send some aid before...
They won't let you inside the walls. No one's allowed in. I mean, if you can find a way in, that's up to you, but none of your group seem to be that type of person, if you catch my drift.
Well, I will do my best.
We're really just trying to help people right now.
I always try to help people. It is the way of the Changebringer, yes?
Roll another persuasion.
Okay. Still with a thing, or just straight?
This one is different. Just straight.
Okay, that was performance, but they're the same.
10. Sorry about that, everyone. Listen. If you're trying to get into Westvan, I can get one of my guys to go with you. He can get you in through a sneaky way. Alright?
There is no need. I have my own sneaky ways. But I think
I don't think you fully understand. They got magic protection there, especially after, that whole thing that happened with the dragons.
Yes.
We have
I-
ways in the city without being detected.
Well,
Or you can try your magic, get caught, and get rained down on men who are actually trained with their freaking arms.
no, I had no means of, no ideas of using magic. But, well,
All right, if you don't want help, we won't help you.
I might take you up on it. I will have my friend outside contact another friend we have already inside of Western.
All right.
That will work. I will not require your help, but if not, I will gladly take you up on your offer.
Sure thing. Now, you're given 3 donkeys, and you fill up with another spell slot. A lot of barrels for water. The food that you've already provided is enough to feed them all for the day without gorging them. Which they don't need more since it's just gone within a day.
Yeah, but at least they have tomorrow, until tomorrow at this time. So.
Absolutely, yeah. You have provided them with plenty of nourishment in perfect trade. Now, all of you are outside for about half an hour or so. Alarin.
Yeah?
An individual comes jogging up to you. White-haired, bug-eyed glasses, fairly small, maybe like 5'4" for a human, or half-elf. And jogs on over to you. Goes, oh, hey, I couldn't help but to hear you. Did you say that you have a friend in Westford?
Yes. Well.
God damn it, Thomas! Just keep working on what you're working on. You don't need to bother the good man with. Oh no! It's not really. It's just a tiny thing I wanted to ask you. It could go to help fortify us here. If you can get into Westford, can you get me into Westford?
Well, I will need to ask my friend first to contact the other friend.
Sure, not a problem. Yes, and they pull a large bag and just drip it over their shoulder, and it is around the comical size comparison to them as Pris's bag on her. All right, I'll go with you. And he just gets a tight little contraption that snaps the bag onto his chest. All right.
I believe you will have plenty of talking to do with one of my friends outside. He likes to create things as well.
How do you know I create things? How do you know I create things?
The man
He looks
said,
over at the other. We talked about you outside. One of them was interested in your contraption outside. Oh, yes. I keep telling you, if you can get me access to the proper metals and woods, I can make it automatic, and it'll shoot such a wider array of them as well. It could be a tremendous effort in safeguarding our keep here.
Yes, plenty of talk to indeed. He might have some materials for you outside as well. Well, for now, before I go out, do you have any sick? I could help at least one for now.
Nah, none of us are sick yet.
Very good. Well, Alarm will turn
was that
to
him coughing or you coughing, Jared?
That was me. That was me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Alarm will turn to the white-haired boy. What is your name, by the way?
My boy. He's probably around 40 years old at this point. He's just energetic.
Yeah, that's fair. To the white-haired guy, then.
Yeah. My name is Jeffyson, and just Jeffyson.
Yes.
My friends call me Jeffy.
Jeffy. Let's go with that.
Yes.
If I connect correctly, your full name might be too much for me.
I don't have a full name. It's just Jeffy.
Just Jeffy it is. I see.
And the guard's
No
just
worries.
looking and goes, God damn, please take him off my fucking hands. I'm tired of this guy. He's so loud. Thank you
Yes.
for all of the help that you've given me, sir, and the opportunity to test and help out other individuals. And if I find myself on the side of the road in need of assistance again, I'll be sure to come right back, okay? Sure, Jeffy. Sure.
Well, let us be going. I need to talk with my friends.
So he's following inches behind you as you are walking. And all of you see Alarin is walking out with 3 donkeys and a white-haired individual walking incredibly close behind him, back with all of you. And I think this is probably where we're going to go ahead and take a break, everyone. So, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. We are back. Sorry about that short delay. As per usual, if you want to join our Patreon, support what we do here, and gain access to some of the fun things coming tomorrow, all you have to do is join over there. And additionally, if you want to support what we do, please follow us on any of our media channels. Really do appreciate it. Excuse me, this cough is not going away. Anywho, players, Alarin has come back outside, requested Prissa to send a message to Tessa over at Westrun, has begun resummoning 9 lives. Is anybody else doing anything? Doors, and I presume you're trying to take all the arrows out of your body?
Kenroth did that while he was in the half hour that we were waiting.
Ah.
Mhm.
Dorson just slunking, defeating, walking around the cart.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jeffy. It's good to meet you all.
It is good to
nice
meet you.
to meet you, Jeffy.
Hi. So, you're going to get me
Prissa?
into, Prissa, nice to meet you. It is a pleasure. And he sticks his hand out down to you.
Prissa shakes it.
Very good, very good. I'm looking forward so much to getting into Westrun with all of you. It's going to be tremendous.
Well, hopefully we will get in with no problems.
Of course. I'm just going to throw myself over in this cart over here. He wanders over to the back and looks up and goes,
Careful,
Jimmy?
Jimmy's.
Hey. Hello?
hello.
Be careful.
Does know him.
Be careful. Jimmy's got a couple volatile stuff in there.
Jimmy,
Yeah,
how,
just lie
how
out.
have you been? He climbs up into the cart very slowly and like squats and, how have you been, Jimmy? It's been a long
Wait.
time since I've seen you through here.
Jeffy, your hair. Oh my god. I stand up and I go over to him. You look so much like you haven't shaved or anything. Wow. It's really good to see you. And I go up. I'll probably just give him a light hug and
Okay, hope pat you
I've
on the
got
head.
like these
Oh,
I've probably got in one hand like something kind of dangerous, arcane in nature, and
Yes, and he's fully used to that. Oh, wow, that is... Look at your setup in here. I mean, it needs to be taller to fit... Well, I suppose this is perfect for you, isn't it?
I had to reorganize it. They tipped the whole cart yesterday. It was ridiculous. Or earlier today. I got most.
They tipped it
everything back.
over? Do they not understand how volatile some of this work is? That is so
Right.
damn... You could have destroyed at least a quarter mile.
Oh, minimum.
Doors in with your passive, you're listening to this like, what? Wow, I didn't know you... You don't mind if I... Ooh, that is... And he immediately goes over and goes, oh, wow, look at... Ouch! He's so progressive now.
Ah, you should have seen him before. I need to get back to Whitestone and get some more of the original residuum. Yeah, but what brings you down here? I thought you were still working.
Oh, I'm always working. I mean, I just decided I need to come down here, and well, there's been a little bit of an issue in these parts lately, and when I found out that this fort over here was not being properly tended to, I felt a little responsible to lend a hand if I could, at least in fortifying them. So,
You haven't been here too long, have you?
roughly a week.
He looks over at the crossbow device sitting over on one of the tables. I mean, you've done a lot better work.
Well, I had to set up about 20 of them.
Okay, yeah, that checks out.
But if you need residuum, Jimmy, I mean, I can. If you could share a few of your notes with me, I mean, I love what you've done with Ouch. That is tremendous. If we get over to Westrun, I can give you some.
Oh my! I've been working on so many other things. I take over my notebook, and it's like probably twice the size as it was previously, and I'm going through not only the notes of stuff Jimmy's been working on during the day, but his night notes as well.
And he is astounded at how much work you've accomplished within the past year and a half. Maybe a little less.
It was about 6 months. I probably spent about 5 in Whitestone, and it's been like another month or 2 since I've left there. So about 7 months that we've.
It was 6 months with you and Mitch working in his facility.
Ah, okay.
So just over a year or so.
Yeah.
Wow, this is remarkable. Are you able to replicate sentience?
Not. Yeah. It's tricky. It's very tricky.
Well, I see that. I mean, it's nowhere near progressed enough to be human consciousness, but I mean, sentience in and of itself is quite an accomplishment.
A form of. Kind of. It's getting better though. I'm getting a lot of help, and
do you mind if I take notes?
Absolutely.
Wait until you see this. He reaches into his bag and he pulls out a feather point pen. Drops. The pen begins floating. He holds out his notebook, places it down flat, and as he is speaking, it is writing everything he is saying.
What the fuck?
Medieval, whatever the heck that's called.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it is. It's a beautiful object. I've actually been working on duplicating it. If you want to look at it later on, of course. You cannot take it apart. I mean, it is my father's. So,
Sure.
Yeah. It is Percival's written word. It's a beautiful, beautiful artifact.
So why are you heading to Westrun?
Oh, that's where my packages were delivered.
Oh, materials. Yeah, of course.
Yes. I don't want them to know who I am, though. There seems to be a little distraction when they hear my name nowadays. If, oh, hey, you're supposed to know everything your mother's doing, and your brother, and your sister, and your other brother, and your other sister.
Yeah. I've been having great luck with anonymity, at least with this group. I mean,
Really?
I haven't ran into any trouble, and I've actually got some projects, too. He, points over to the folder that Raspin gave him.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to keep copying down a few of this information into my notebook while we're here. And by the way, all of you, I didn't mean to be rude. Hi, nice to meet you as well. You can call me Jeffy.
Yes. Hey.
Alrighty. So, he is going to sit back there and nerd out with Jimmy for the foreseeable future.
By the way, quick question, Jero, for the letter thing that, through the flames. Lauren was asking for magical paper. How much did he need for the magical paper? Was it 5 gold piece worth or just 1? Or
for what?
He wanted me to give him a letter that he's sending to Cinderfall, and he's hoping that the guys at Cinderfall will send it through the fire to Allura.
He needs 10 GP worth of paper in total for everything he wants to express.
Okay, yeah, then Prissa would give him that much. Thank you.
No problem.
And Alarm would give you gold in return.
This is remarkable work over here. This is just tremendous. Hydro pump. That's the next thing I wanted to talk to you about when we get back to Whitestrom. I'm creating a hydro pump.
I've already done it.
Fully functioning and automated permanently?
Permanence, no, but I am working on actually some automated permanent. Right now, I'm implementing it with a infusion of actually the arcane, and it would be something that would last indefinitely. But I haven't. You know me, I make the pieces and then get them together, and I think it might work.
Beautiful.
Jimmy's thinking back to the whole well with the Fae where they had a water pump.
Yeah. He's trying to make one that is permanent.
Yeah.
So, you hand the letter. You hand the letter back in. Prissa, you message Tessa. Tessa goes, it's going to be a little difficult for you to get back in here. They're not letting anybody in or out. With good reason. We are way overpopulated right now.
Is it really that? Oh yeah, sorry. I'll send multiple messages.
Yeah.
Is it really that bad?
Yeah. They've evacuated all major cities and minor cities and towns.
And I still had more work.
I mean, I think they would absolutely want to let them in. As you're listening to the conversation in the back, I just really want to be anonymous. And, like, they start treating me differently. They ask me to do like political gain and things. It's so incredibly tedious. And not to mention, I have to be cautious of the people who have a bounty on my head right now. I may have caused a few whoopsies.
Yeah. It's all right though. I mean, you look good.
Thank you.
Still got them all, right? He holds up his hands.
Roll me a perception check, Jimmy.
Sure. Hopefully he still has them all. 17.
He has a plastic digit over his pinky and ring finger on his left hand.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Oh, I automated them though. Look.
That's amazing.
Right?
I managed to do that with the leg actually a little while back.
A whole leg.
The entire thing. Well, you know, it's
hydraulic?
kind of. Yes, of course.
Nice.
Very, very, very loud, but it worked.
Nerds.
But yes.
Isn't that Hoard?
Yeah, if you can bring one of the family members of the original Vox Machina, they would be more than happy to let you in. Totally.
All right, let's go get Keela.
So, Lauren, we're heading to Westrun then.
Well, if my peppers will be enough to get us in, yes.
Excuse me? How are we getting in? That's what I would like to know.
My
Well,
friend Tessa might be able to persuade us in, or Lauren might have some papers that might help, or I have an idea that could work.
Well, please share with the group.
Well, I really don't want to talk about it right now. If it's a little personal, I'd rather just save it if it's necessary.
Okay.
well, for now, I will go give them word. I do not need their assistance to getting us into Westrun.
Alrighty, fantastic. This will be great.
Yes, it appears things are going our way, at least for the moment.
Oh, by the way, do you mind if I take all of those arrows you have and give it back to them? They need to reload all of the charges.
Yes, I can bring them back to them.
Wondrous.
Might want to give him this one too, and I hand back the dismantled crossbow.
What happened to it?
Jimmy.
That's 30 minutes of work.
I'm sure they'll be okay for half an hour.
Oh,
I'll be off then.
oh yes, them. Yes. Of course, their safety is of the utmost importance.
Lauren will go back in with all the gathered arrows and the uprooted mechanism, hand it back, and tell them, seems we don't need any sneaky paths into Westrun. And that he has sent a letter over to Centerfall and by proxy also to Amon.
Sorry, just replying messages.
Ha.
I wouldn't know a clasp entrance into Western, would I?
Nope.
Wasn't there long enough.
But you would know that member of the, some Thieves Guild was trying to communicate something to you out front after you almost died. So, you send the letter back and you tell him, he goes, alright man, good luck with that. Take care.
Hello.
Thanks for all the arrows back, we'll clean them.
Oh, is that Shelly again?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Shelly. So we're gonna help Jeffy get into West Run. I was just thinking though. You mentioned that you had someone that could help us get in. We have ideas of how we can get in, but I want to make sure we have options in case.
Well, if you're going through the front door, you're not going to be able to have them with you.
Have
My friend.
they won't
They're
let
kind
Jeffy in?
of... No, they'll let... Jeffy's not my friend, first of all.
Oh no, the friend you're letting us
my
get in.
friend
Oh.
that could help you get in. They would not be welcome through the front door.
That's... I understand.
Well, yeah. We will send word back.
But I was just wondering, is it right if that person travels with us to maybe the outskirts of West Run in case our original plans don't work out? I want to make sure that our plan Bs have plan Cs have plan Ds.
Roll persuasion.
Boy, guys, I'm good with it at this with a -1.
Hey, my perception rolls have been killing it.
Yeah, we don't have the luxury of planning all the way down to D. We need everybody we have to protect this place if anything starts going wrong. Apparently there's something big over in the forest not terribly far away from here that may be a threat.
I understand. Well, thank you anyways.
Of course,
And
good
I'm
luck.
sorry again for my friend. I'll make sure I have a talk with him.
You don't need to apologize to me. He's the one who got downed. I was going to be perfectly fine. Take care.
You
It
too,
took
Shelly.
all those arrows to knock me down, mother effer.
The point is, they had all those arrows.
I kind of
Yep.
imagined like it was the ending of. No, I shouldn't spoil that one.
Yeah. Insert any war movie where the clouds are darkened with a rain of arrows.
Jimmy
Yeah.
stepped out and said, "We will fight in the shade."
Under and made some shade.
Fucking Spartans.
After the rain of arrows, Counterster and Wolf form like, what? This doesn't hurt at all.
Oh, I mean, Prissa was in the shade. It was Doors in shade, but it was the shade.
You're not immune to it, Counterroth. You're resistant.
Resistant, yes.
Yeah, so it would have taken like 2 or 3 volleys to kill you.
If I made the saves, it's only quarter damage.
Yeah, 3 or 4 volleys.
We can kill more innocents in West Run. Let's go.
Mm.
I mean, and the way that we do that, we can't get in the front gate. All right, Jimmy, it's time to blow up a wall.
Oh, dude, walls aren't people. Sure.
Wait,
No,
how was
just
I
the
supposed to know people were on and in them?
Yeah, especially right on the other side.
Anyways, you gather yourselves up, and you start heading back over towards the road. And all of you, I need a wisdom save, aside from Jimmy and Prissa.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, aside from... Wait, what? What?
Does my Fey ancestry come into play?
No, it does not.
Cause we bomb, yo.
15, because in the Larn's range.
Holy shit!
If we're in Alarin's range, then I'm 20.
Yeah, if they are within Alarn's range.
And if somebody is in Jimmy's range, they may re-roll. Only if he would see them.
mean, I'm pretty sure-
You're very distracted with the work, and in fact, that is why this wisdom save has to happen.
That is fair.
Oh,
Sir
no.
Uric and Conaroth are beyond frustrated listening to this amount of conversation. The two of you are not just bored, but you also feel incredibly mentally inferior because of the line of thinking and text that they are taking. Conroth, you're very smart, but you're not the type of smart that understands this stuff. And it seems like every word they're saying is making you question your own sanity and comprehension of what intelligence truly is. Prissy, you're an academic. You're used to people trying to be smarter than you. But they're not trying. They're just expressing themselves in a manner that is incredibly annoying.
I'd probably say that Prissa, hearing this kind of conversation would take put in a comment or two, or maybe a sentence.
Oh, are you also an artificer?
No, but she
no,
knows so much about the arcane. And
Oh,
Yes,
Jimmy.
So now there's 3 of them, which raised the DC slightly.
I still got a 24.
Dorison's still fine. But Sir Yurik, you can see the contemplation of Fireball in his eyes.
Might throw in 1 or 2 words, just like if it comes to alchemical related stuff.
And at this point, Alarn would go over to Dorson and just give him a slap on the head. He'll jump and slap him on the back of the head. Next time, do not go so fast on the attack, yes?
Elon, can you also do that to Sir Yurik, just in case?
You touch
I
me,
would be happy
cat.
to. Feline agility to run in, slap him, and get back out.
Alright, roll me... Actually, no, he's like, if I ever find out that you hit me...
I cast haste on Elorin, so he's like...
Let's not bully the player who's not here.
yep.
No letter can.
Try more talking before attacking, yes?
I
Seems it
tried
worked out.
talking. Then they hit me with a fucking boulder.
That was your own fault.
How?
You burned the ropes holding the boulder.
Well, that was after they hit me with it. You were also hit with it.
No, I was hit by you after you got hit by the boulder.
Exactly. You were hit with
Yes.
it. I was defending my ally.
Well, at your situation, that is a bit more justifiable, but Fireball was not. It was.
I mean, I know
Just-
some of the evocation wizards back at the Lyceum are adamant about this phrase, but Fireball really isn't the answer to everything.
He glares back with you. That is blasphemy.
And if you see here on this line, it equals fireball.
Oh, that is wondrous. I've been wondering how to replicate that one.
Yeah,
I've only-
fireball is actually the solution to many of these problems.
Of course. Or incendiary cloud, of course. Of course.
Well, just try to remember, not so fast on the attack. Talking worked nicely with the dwarfs in the mountains.
Yeah,
and with the
Dorzen.
Goliaths as well.
From what I've heard rumors about,
Just
no one
gives
likes
him
a
the
quick
biggest
shooter.
shit look at Yurik.
What were you saying, Prissa?
I don't really quite understand it, but from what I've heard about rumors, mainly from women, no one likes a quick shooter.
That is quite accurate.
Prissa, we need to read more of this book.
No, that book's, it's, oh god.
That'll shut up for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, that does.
And in case all of you were wondering, Jeffy is actually the offspring of Percy and a certain human individual called Tyrion Darrington. That
I
was
was
the
about to
basis of his
say,
personality.
oh really? But then you went the other way.
Yeah. Uncle Tarrington.
Uncle
Yeah.
Terry.
You laugh, but he would definitely be their uncle.
He would be
Yeah.
the god uncle of this child.
Yeah.
Explains a lot.
I am your godfather.
But he is gone now. So sad.
He is dead.
Either that or he's really
They had,
fucking
like,
old and he's
8
trying to
kids.
look
Everyone's a
old.
godparent to someone.
So if Heavy ever became the boss, would it be El Jefe?
Boo. Boo this man.
Ah,
Boo
okay.
this werewolf.
But anyways, you all travel, and by the evening's rest, you all have had no experiences out on the open roads leading towards Westrum. a very easy, beautiful time traveling through the area. Evening rolls around, standard watches and procedures. All right, Jimmy. Well, I just have to go to bed now. We can talk more in the morning, yes?
Oh, absolutely.
Fantastic. Do you mind if I sleep in here?
No, actually.
I don't really like the ground.
I hear ya. And Jimmy is going to sleep on the earlier shift as per usual.
Yep. So, Jimmy, you have another dream.
Oh. Dream with me.
Hello, James.
Mitch, how you doing today?
A little tired. All right, though. Yourself?
Staying busy, and Jimmy seems to just be focusing on what he's doing.
Fantastic. Let us keep watching. I feel
Jimmy,
like
why are you
something
having us
is.
fight each other?
I feel like something is wrong, James. Are you upset with me?
I mean, I'm not upset. I just don't. I don't like the way you talked about Canneroth the other night. So,
Did you find my words false?
I think so. So, if you want to talk, we can talk. I would just prefer not to talk about my friend.
Are we friends, James?
Well, yeah.
Then from one friend to another, when you have a problem, bring it up to them. If what I said bothers you, correct me.
I did.
And that's all you had to say about it.
So I think this is done, and he just like moves aside another schematic.
Very well. When you wish to discuss more about this, just speak up. And he allows you to keep going to work. A bad breakup.
Man, that was harsh.
But anyways, throughout the evening, nothing happens. Morning rolls around, everybody is up, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed.
Healed.
Healed. Very important.
And Alarin!
Yeah.
Link can
Da-da-da-da.
open the treasure chest and do 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 do.
Da-da-da.
Yeah, that is very nice, Jimmy. Yeah. Though I believe Watchful Flame will no longer require to the weapon. Spark Edge seems more nicely.
But look on the other side.
Do what is this?
I've got the Changebringer written out in a very eloquent common script. Change on one blade, bringer on the other.
Yeah, that is very nice. Thank you, Jimmy.
Is that blasphemous?
That
No.
that was actually Jaffe gave me that idea.
Yes.
I was just focusing on the, the arcane, but he said, and now if anybody takes it, it's like it's got your name on it.
Of course.
Oh man, Jimmy, you should have had me help too, because then I could make it so whenever you change it, it could have changed from bringer on one end to the other end occasionally, so it's different each time.
Well, Prisa,
Now-
perhaps, if you wouldn't mind, if possible, perhaps make it look like illusions of slight winds on it.
Well, you have to make sure that you have enough space for any more magical potency. I mean, the transference project was phenomenal, but I mean, you can't have too much magic on any blade unless it is made of a certain caliber or creation, of course. I mean, that's why your the little fiery aspect that was attached to it seems gone now. You had to transfer it away to transfer something greater on.
I see. Well, perhaps not Spark Edge then.
Yeah. So it lost the other properties it had. Now it is a +2.
Gotcha.
That's the way magical transference works.
Woohoo!
Well, good thing I didn't get a high roll on that thing then.
Yeah. However, Jimmy, do you want to hold on to the spark aspect into a different weapon in the meantime? Or item?
Yeah, I was gonna say item. It'll probably just be transferred into some mundane object. I would say maybe even as simple as like a fork or a spoon. But I mean, an object that
Watch.
A knife.
It's the soup.
Rope of fire.
Yep.
A knife!
So
You toast the
Cole-
bread as you slice it.
Cole is going to be stirring with a spoon one night, and it's just going to like ignite
Oil.
everything on fire.
Oh, wrong spoon.
Oh, that's what's called souffle. Or, no, not souffle. God damn it. Flambe.
Vambe.
So I'm just gonna put spoon of what's the enchantment called? Just like a fire type deal.
Spoon of spark.
Spoon of spark, sure.
Yeah. It's just a little extra fire damage.
All right,
But that spoon
And-
deals that fire damage now.
it does.
Well,
Give that to an old Italian grandmother. She's proficient.
Give that to someone with a tavern brawler feat.
I gouged his eyes out with this
No.
spoon.
It automatically heats whatever. If you want warm soup, you dip
Yup.
it into some, and just
That is actually a really useful item Jimmy could mass
Actually, it
produce
Easy.
and sell to this civilization.
That's right. All right.
I mean, patent that and then, make a lot of money off it for your other experiments.
You think
Got it.
Jimmy doesn't patent all of his work?
Make a
Dude.
plate that does the same.
I feel like you're suddenly heading into what's that? Like something incorporated, acquisitions incorporated territory now. Just making a
Yeah.
business.
But anyway.
Acquisitions Incorporated.
As you all continue traveling through the area, it takes you roughly 45 minutes before you start seeing Western off in the horizon. A beautiful, large city with very potent walls and a small river that runs through it from the outside, though the river is guarded by a gate and armed soldiers of the shields themselves. Up on top of the wall, you see that they have banners and flags that symbolize no admittance, no exceptions on them. Anybody who has any amount of military background or knowledge of far traveling knows that that is usually the sign of impending war or active war, meaning people are not allowed in or out.
That's not very welcoming.
No, it is not. Let us see if we can change that, yes?
So,
Jeffy, you mentioned this delivery. Is it a bunch of material? Because maybe we can just ask them if they could bring it out here to us. If you
oh,
need
no,
it.
no, we cannot ask them that. I do not want any of them to know who I am.
Well, I mean, you're Jeffy. What's wrong with that?
That is not... In order for them to retrieve it, they need my full name. And if they knew my full name, that could cause a lot of problems.
Are you someone bad? What's...
Oh,
I
no, I'm
shouldn't
not
ask,
bad.
it's-
It's just they don't understand the work that I do.
Yes, it's Jeffy with a
Yeah,
magic
don't-
quill.
Yes.
Oh, this was my father's.
Yes.
Oh,
it's
that's...
called Percival's quill, I think is what he named it.
It
what
is.
he
Yeah,
said.
Dorzen, you're the only one who heard that. Yes, it was my father's.
Hmm.
Oh, that's... do you think you could maybe teach me to make one or to make me one? Because I'd love a quill that...
Oh, what do you think
said
Jimmy
it-
and I have been talking about last night? If he wants to create it, he could be able
I've got
to.
the notes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy, how much would I need to give you to make me one of those in terms of materials or monetary?
I mean, time is really all I need ever.
The cost of materials around 280 gold, and then the ink replenishment that you need to put into it is about 50 gold a notebook.
Seems pretty well worth it, though.
Oh, absolutely. Always have spare paper and ink. Always.
Always, and also always make sure that the bags you're carrying in are acid-proof.
I've never heard that one.
It
Seems
is
reasonable.
Acid and
Yes.
fire. It's
Well, fireproof, of course.
of course.
But anyways, are you all walking right up to the front gates?
Yeah, Lauren definitely is.
And Dorzen, are you
got
gonna
no
go
other
right up to the
plan.
guy that comes out and hit him with your hammer?
As
Is
you're
there-
all approaching,
Sorry.
you hear a loud horn.
This familiar.
The front gate opens up with two double doors, just a crack, where you notice that there is a fleet of soldiers riding out towards you. All of them adorned on armored war horses. There's a total of 15 of them who come charging out, most with javelins, some with swords, all with shields. As they approach you, they stop about 30 feet away, or 50 feet away. We are not taking in any other travelers at this time. Continue westward until you can make it to Cinderfall Keep, and they will move you further to Amman.
Yes, we just arrived from Cinderfall Keep. We helped them out a little bit. We are from Vox Machina. We are not planning to stay in your fair city, but we would like to see if we could supply some.
We are under orders from Vox Machina to not admit any outsiders, aside from the ones currently into our midst. You may head westward to Iman.
But what
Well,
about someone who is a friend of ours in the city? Can they come out?
If they wish to leave, they may not come back in under any circumstance.
Well, I have these papers here from Vox Machina. And they say we can go where we want.
Hold on, that's very weird. Why wouldn't people be allowed to go back in who were...
We
I
are
think
under
it's-
orders from Vox Machina
I
to
think it's
not
a
allow
safety measure.
anyone.
Yes, and these papers say Vox Machina tell us we can go where we want. Yes?
He looks at the papers. These papers are signed and noted, but we are under express words from Vexalia herself. No one is allowed in. And he tosses the papers back to you.
What about a relative of Vox Machina?
Jimmy, you notice Jaffe immediately turns invisible. And you watch one of your tables poof, as he tries fitting underneath it. Who in your midst?
She doesn't.
Did you tell her? I'm like
I
whispering
didn't.
below everything.
Krissa takes a moment, taking a few deep breaths. My name is Prissa Trickfoot.
Yeah.
I'm Pike Trickfoot's great grandniece.
Wait, what? Jimmy sticks his head out of the wagon.
Elarin just cocks his head.
What's Sir Yorick's expression? Not just out of curiosity.
He's just looking at you with a raised eyebrow, very concerned.
Dorzen standing behind Prissa supportingly.
Do you have any proof of this claim? As I've never heard of Pike having a niece by the name of Prissa.
She probably wouldn't talk about me, or, well, my side of the family, but it's true. As far as
Oh, you mean the
proof
side
goes,
of murderers and thieves?
we're not murderers.
The wanted posters speak differently.
Yeah, that gets Prissa to just dip her head in just absolute shame.
You
I ask
can't
you-
believe everything that you read on paper.
We do not, and we do not believe everything we hear from a child.
Yeah.
Without
well,
proof,
Okay.
we are not curious as to you entering in. This is your only warning you receive before our ballista releases their aim at you.
Well, fine then. Go just find Tessa in the freaking place. Tell her we're here so she can come out and meet us.
Just Prissa turns towards where Jeffy is and doesn't see him. Jimmy, where did Jeffy go? I was just gonna ask him because if Tessa could pick up the supplies and bring him out.
He's like making hand motions and shaking his head like,
Oh, that's. I don't. Alright. Quick question, Jero. So, would Prissa have some sort of like
Proof.
No. What type of proof is there for this day and age? A family photo?
No, well, definitely not that. I mean,
Then-
she has multiple. Birth certificates that from the different.
You have
Whatever
a
is
lot
from
of birth
family.
certifications, about 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah.
The
You
Just
don't
show
know
him the,
which one is even real.
show him the 23andMe. It'll be fine.
The
Yeah.
only hard proof we have are the Vox Machina papers, and they didn't seem to be good enough.
Word of mouth is what they received. They're under orders.
Seems very
What
fucking
about
strange.
Miss Alora Visorian? Would her word be able to get us into the city?
If Alora gives us word that all of you are needed inside of our city, then we will accept you. However, you will be under the exact same orders given to us by Vexalia. She is
and
now
what-
a seated member of the same council. Her word carries the same amount of weight.
And sorry, earlier, Jerry, you said the word. I was about to ask something, then you continued on.
Yeah.
What was the? And what is the rules that we have to abide by when
You
we're inside?
enter in, you may not leave. If you leave, you may never return.
That
You-
seems fair.
If you enter in, all of your belongings will be stripped of you and divvied out to the military for protective purposes.
That does not seem so fair.
Tal'Dorei is under quarantine.
Yeah, not just quarantine. That seems more like a
They're not-
tyrannical
They
shit. I don't
are
know.
not allowing people with potential of harming people into their city. And all of you are riddled with potential of harm.
Yeah, perhaps we should just have Tessa come out then, if she wants to.
Could we just?
I don't know if that's a
speak
good
with her?
idea, Lauren.
Are you talking about the Captain Commander, Tessa?
I'm sorry, what?
Tessa.
Dragonborn?
Yes.
The one with the
Um,
big giant shield.
Yay,
Of
hi.
course. Who else?
That would be our
Um,
friend.
Roll
yeah,
persuasion at this point.
while he's doing that, at that point, Prissa in
Advantage?
confusion is going to she is going to kind of like cast sendings like, Tessa, are you the captain of the guard in Westrun? Because we're outside the city now.
I'm a captain.
God damn it, woman.
That's a natural 20 for a 24. If I
never
didn't
said
have advantage,
but
I-
22.
no, but I was gonna say if I didn't have advantage, I was gonna use my inspiration.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
So
and
24.
also Prissa with other remaining words is, can you help us get in the city?
We don't want to get into the city. We now know
I
all our craps can be
can't.
stolen.
Get you into the city. But what is
Real
it you
quick.
need?
Actually, no. Don't we just need to get him into the city, don't we, Jeffy? Right?
We need to get his supplies out of the city. Is what we need. He needs to
No,
tell
no.
us.
All
So,
he
one
wanted to
second,
do is get
everybody.
into the city.
1 second. Jimmy, been trying to say something for a while.
Sorry.
So, you guys are coming out of the city. I take it you're going back inside. If she's a guard, can she just come out and go back inside?
Only us, only the few of us are allowed out, as we are immune to any type of disease or ailment that may befall somebody in the outside land.
Oh, he's immune to disease, and I point to Alarin.
So you are paladins as well, yes?
We are. He looks down at your adornment of Changebringer.
I am not a conventional one. I prefer my speed more than my might.
If you wish to leave all of your belongings that have potential of harm here, we would allow you admittance into the city. But you will be stripped of every trinket, item, armament, weapon, no exception.
Well, inside the city is safe enough. If my companions can take care of my equipment, I do not mind. I can get what you need.
Fair enough. None of you may approach any closer. Stay where you are.
Happy, did you hear that? You should give him the information.
A magical note just appears, like being pushed closer towards you, Jimmy. Hand that over to him. That has all
I
of the
take it in my
information.
hand and I rush out and probably like give it to Alarin while I'm like taking some of his stuff.
Roll sleight of hand, Jimmy.
Can I just memorize it?
Do you have that feat?
Is the note that long?
Do you understand alchemical supplies, mechanical supply? Okay. You immediately go, and just...
So let me do this and I'll be flashing genius for sure. Regardless. Yep. Oh god, 13. I mean, I'm sure their passive picks up on it if these are paladins.
Maybe not.
You hand the note over to Alarin. Literally everybody in the party aside from Jimmy notices that you hand it over to Alarin. Jimmy, you think you're so sly. However, nobody seems to react. Alarin, now you need a sleight of hand to hold on to it in a way that is discreet, as you are down to nothing.
Oh, not even clothes?
They're not allowing you in with clothes.
Oh, cool.
Oh, what?
You're immune to disease.
Yeah.
Nothing
You
else.
can carry it. Mhm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can't even carry
well.
gold.
There's always the prison pocket.
And I'm taking it since this is happening in the same round. I'm handing it over. I can't flash genius on him too.
No, but
That is correct.
I will instead use my session inspiration.
There
Since
we
I
go.
Wait, so he wouldn't even be allowed to buy if we gave him gold in a shopping list. He wouldn't even be able to do that, right?
What can he
Oh.
buy? It's all evacuated by the state.
Right.
Yeah,
They got everything.
So
Yeah.
I'm just picking
Unless
up
you
what it's
had,
already
say-
paid for.
Yeah. Unless you, say, had a member of the class with you who could infiltrate into the city and take you to the black market that none of you needed, so.
Unfortunately, I don't know where it is here.
18.
18's good. They allow you in, Alarin. Naked and modest as the day you were born.
I don't know
Strutting
if
up.
modest. I can imagine Aloran like strutting in there proud.
As
Oh,
soon
yeah,
as you
he-
get over to the doors. Yeah. You get over to the
Alarm
doors.
takes some stretches and just feels comfortable.
All of you have to see his asshole.
Oh,
It is a cat. You don't have a choice.
Ha, joke's
Tell
on
that to
you.
the movie.
Jimmy's the only
Jokes.
one with a shitty enough passive not to see it.
Joke's on you though. Chris is too sad right now to even care about a cat's asshole.
Aww.
Oh,
So, you walk over to the front gates where they close them behind, and you are inside of a large building that seems to have been built specifically here, mostly out of wood. And as you are standing there, you see a mage walks over. All of the other soldiers are in here with their horses and all of their armament, and the mage begins moving their hand in a way that you are familiar. This is prestidigitation, to remove everything. And then one of the clerics begins a small prayer to put up a protective boundary that would dispel or destroy any diseases within his radius and aura. They are taking severe measurements and cautions right now.
well,
I
if
feel
you
like
can
we
do
haven't
that.
been told something.
Why? Oh well, it does not matter. I just
So-
need to pick something up. And I will head back out.
Right through that door. You go
Iron
to the door,
struts.
open it up, and immediately you get smacked in the face with a robe. Put that on.
I was about to
Very
say,
well.
is everyone in Western naked?
You start putting it on, and you immediately notice Tessa standing there. Full plate mail armor, shining with the symbol of Bahamut on her, and the shield strapped to her back.
Warren hasn't seen Tessa before, though, right?
I have.
This is just. Oh, okay. Nice.
She was technically there at the end.
Oh,
yep.
yeah, you guys were. Yep.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
she comes over and gives you a hug. Sorry about the circumstance, but it's good to see you.
Yes, likewise. And I do
How's
not matter
everyone
as
else? We
Yeah,
can't
they
let
are
them
fine.
in.
I understand. Just precautions, yes?
Yeah.
They are fine. No one stayed dead for long.
Alrighty. Well, here, come with me. She begins walking with you, and you notice all of the soldiers step out of the way, and they have as much military power here as Cinderfall Keep does. Except a vast majority of the soldiers here do not look like trainees. They look experienced, and some veteran even. As you are walking through, she brings you over to the captain's quarters and opens the door up and brings you inside and turns and goes, "What the fuck is happening?"
You do not know?
They haven't told us anything. They told us full lockdown.
Well, there appears to be, a fallen celestial trying to, ruin the world. We are trying to stop him, and the main members of Vox Machina are keeping back the hordes of nasty things. So, nothing completely bad quite yet, but we are working to stop it completely.
Why would that put us under complete lockdown? I mean,
That
we
I
have
do
to
not
turn
know.
away everybody. Everyone.
Yes, we came across Independent Fort near the Bramblewoods. They were not looking too hot.
Oh, thank God for that fort, too.
Yes.
I made a few friends, unsavory types typically, but I mean, they do work for coin, but I convinced them to kind of set up out there.
Yes, they are doing the best they can. Not a bad job, to be honest.
Well, I mean, it's not like we can send them supplies. We can barely even maintain everything we have here. Luckily, we have enough clerics and paladins that they can keep them refreshed and filled.
I see. Well,
But anyways, you're dismissed. She looks over at the door, and you watch an individual kind of steps out from being invisible and walks out the door. Alright, so what is it that Prissa was telling me you all needed?
we acquired a friend in the fort. He said he had some supplies waiting for him in this place.
Okay, that's odd.
Yes. Are we alone?
Right now, yeah.
Alan will lean in a bit and whisper. It appears to be a relative of the Dore family.
They don't like me.
Yes, it appears many do not like this one either. I did not query further.
I kind of pissed off Vexali a while before I met you. Turns out when you're supposed to go and map out an area and then you get captured and turned into a slave and then you're forced to leave abruptly, they get very upset when you don't finish your job and you don't even tell anybody and you leave their relative down there.
Do not worry too much. She is easily angered. Well, I will not query about any extra supplies, just the ones for our new friend.
All right, let me. She takes the note and. You have Jaffeson.
Yes.
Be careful with that guy. He's
I.
explosive.
Yes, so is one of our other friends. They seem
What?
to get along quite well.
That's terrifying.
Tessa is telling us to be afraid of Superman.
All right. Well. All right. Well. This material is going to take me a little finagling to get out for you. We can't get it out the front doors or gates or anything like that. I'm gonna have to see if I can't get in contact with a few members here still. After that, I'll tell them where to leave the drop off. There's a shift change over by gate 3 from the riverside. On the east side of the building. You know your way around towns.
Yes.
The shift change happens around 2 a.m. I'll make sure that the troops heading there are going to be a little late. Okay?
Yes.
And you'll have 5 minutes to get the package and get out. All right?
Yes. We have some speedy people in our group.
Good.
Or invisible. Both work.
You're going to need invisible. It's a wide open field for about 300 feet.
Understood. While you get that ready, is there anything I can do to help in the meanwhile? I may not have my holy symbol, but I can still make food and water and cure some illnesses.
We got plenty of people that can do that, thankfully. We're just not handling every other aspect. Basic survival is covered. Entertainment, complacency, not so much.
Well, if you have some instruments, I am pretty good with at least an ocarina.
We have a handful of bards in here, but I appreciate it. Anyways, we're going to send you on out. Take care of everything, take care of everyone, alright?
Will do.
Do you know if Vox Machina can handle that celestial thing or not? Like, honestly?
Well, from how Keelet acted, I do not think so. But we are gathering whatever we can to aid with them. We have some information that seems to be good.
Alright. Good seeing you again, Lauren. Say hey to Doors and Impressa for me.
Of course.
And you're escorted back out with they are allowing you to keep your dignity and that robe as you approach back over to your allies. The entire endeavor took maybe an hour in total.
So that being said, Aloran, what you got out of this was a nice new robe.
Yeah.
The Hugh Hefner of
Ugly.
Tabaxi right now.
Now, Jaffe did appear for a moment and then disappeared again. Alarin, as you get closer, you just hear his voice. Excuse me, I can't help but to notice that you did not get me in and my parcel is not out. Was there a problem?
Well, sort of. I'm sorry we could not get you in. The security is quite strict. But your parcel will be out by the third gate on the riverside. 2 a.m.
Oh, perfect. I'll go over there and wait.
No.
What?
Do not do that. We need someone speedy and invisible to pick it up.
I am currently invisible. I am not very fast, though.
Fair point.
I am
Well.
quick fast.
If you
Wonders.
could, we can make Kenrath here invisible and he can pick it up.
At 2 a.m.
Yes.
Which is roughly 9 hours away. Oh, which he says, Jaffe, yeah, that's about 9 hours away. Okay, that's not too terribly bad.
Yes, we can wait that time.
Beautiful. When you're going to do that, sometime before then, Kenrath, if you want to sit down with me, I can make sure you can be invisible for the entire time.
Sounds good.
Jimmy, you've been working on creation of magical items, right?
Yeah, quite a few.
Oh, beautiful. He removes something from his hand where he becomes invisible again and goes, this little ring here is just a temporary device, but I'm able to make them.
Oh.
Beautiful. Watch. He puts it back on. Goes invisible again. See?
No, but that's the point.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. I haven't worked with invisibility before. I think I could probably.
Oh, it's just the
replicate.
reflections of the lights. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, but you have to get the proper angles and. Yeah,
The concept of making the angles reflect differently, I tried that. It was a failure. What you need to do is make sure that the texture that the light would shine through does not grip onto any of the light that passes. That's how you create invisibility.
Oh.
That way it's mobile. No light touches and stays. It just moves through.
So Jimmy just takes down notes, and he is in the process of adding invisibility to his repertoire.
Mm-hmm. And he is going to hand over temporarily a ring of invisibility to Conaroth.
Oh shit!
Is that the attunement required?
Yes, it is.
All right, then boots are coming off in that case. And I'll
All
change
right.
over the attunement.
Counter-off, at this point, Prissa, knowing she might be able to help with something, finally pokes her head out open from underneath the table. Do you need these? And she'll hold out the boots of holding. Or speed. Boots of speed.
Boots of holding. Put these on, you will never move.
Those are also attunement, aren't they?
They are, but I mean, add that to your already crazy movement speed, and you're the Flash.
Sure.
And you can cast haste on it. That would be
That
detrimental.
was the homebrew
Oh.
thing from Matt. It just adds.
I would have too many attunements at that point.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate the offer, though.
Well, it appears we are ready for pickup at least.
Yep. So, you all reposition yourselves, moving over. I'm going to need a group stealth check to put yourselves in a position where you can watch that proper gate. Yes, Dorzen? Yes, Dorzen?
I'm gonna use my session inspiration for this.
Fantastic.
Oh.
Nice.
Bow, bow, bow.
Jimmy succeeds regardless of anybody else.
Prissa will, to help with the stealth stuff, she'll make anyone who needs it invisible.
Canaroth, you are
Group-
invisible.
it's
You
group
should have
stealth.
advantage.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I know, but she'll cast invisibility at a higher level
Hey.
and
So
make more people invisible.
Sir Uric, yourself, and Dorzen then? Because typically speaking, you're the only ones that need help.
Yeah. I'd cast it at 5th level, I believe.
Right.
No,
So
4th for 3 people.
Sir Uric has a straight roll. He's invisible.
my
Jimmy
God.
doesn't see him.
Really glad Jimmy got a nat 20.
Well, that doesn't matter. Jimmy succeeds regardless. Sir Uric fails regardless.
I thought this was a group check.
It is, but the 1 is always a fail for that individual regardless of the average, and the 20 is always a success regardless of the average.
Yorick does have advantage because he is invisible.
And he's
from
in
this
full
one.
plate mail armor, so he has a straight
cancel
roll.
out. Yep.
Mhm.
And I can't see him.
Well, did we need to go everyone towards that spot though? Couldn't we have
Mail doesn't
gone?
affect. Oh fuck! I am heavy. Damn it.
Yeah,
All
but
of you
that'll-
had to go to the right place. Yeah.
Yeah.
You all have
Nice,
to be
Prissa.
moving and hidden away so you can watch the point and location. As you guys
Yeah.
never split the party for things like this.
That being said, with a group stealth check, we have 2 nat 20s. It's not bad.
Yeah, those 2 are successful regardless of anything. Sir Uric, though, halfway through all of this goes, I really gotta pee. Walks over to the side.
No,
Crunch,
I
crunch,
will.
crunch, crunch.
I'll hold him. Is like just piss in this empty water skin.
You can't hold what you can't see, dude.
Well,
You can hear him.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right,
tell him just
fine.
We all
As
hear him.
he was not allowed to leave the rest of the party during this,
Nope.
Conoroth.
Oh no! I thought we were going to keep him in the cart and be quiet.
Oh, you
Yeah.
think he pees quietly?
Oh.
I've been trying to pass that for days. Oh.
Prissa's too in her fetal position to notice the water skin getting floating near her underneath the table, I assume.
Prissa, cast silence, please.
And he's just peeing freely now, since he can't see the water skin. He can't see his dick. Oh.
Cast silence. Prissa,
Someone
cast
cast silence. Someone please cast silence.
You all hear a ding, 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 ding. Oh, that's better. Oh, shit. And you see that 2 guards are walking over with lanterns. And I think this is a good enough place to end the session here.
You couldn't let him go. You couldn't let him go off.
Sometimes the DM does things that can help you.
Just let Kenroth freaking go and pick up the parcel.
Yeah.
No, you had to bring us all.
We'll be fine. We'll be
They're
fine.
guards. All you have to do is not kill them and you don't cause a big issue.
Yeah, like,
We have Yurik in our party. How are we not gonna kill them?
Hey, who was super thankful we had an immune disease paladin?
yeah, be like, oh no, we're outside the city. We're just camping for the night because heard stuff.
No, I mean,
Like-
worst case scenario, Prissa's just gonna cast a different spell, because if she casts silence, there goes the invisibility.
Oh, yeah. Both concentration. Gotcha.
Yep. But anyways, thank you everybody who hung out today. Really appreciate it. Thank you everybody for playing. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. And I suppose we will be back again next week. I'll be back later tonight. So, everyone take care.